Yo, what's up, gang? It's your boy KD here. I'm super excited to announce this. Where's Your Head At? I have the third live show. The third. We're having our live show on the 29th of July, Sugar Club, Dublin. It's going to be so amazing. Special guest. We have music clashes ready. Oh boy, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So what you have to do is get your tickets. It's in the link below right now. The early birds are out first, and then we'll release the general tickets. Get your tickets now. It's about to be crazy. 29th of July, Sugar Club. Number 3, round 3. Let's go for it, man. See you there.
Out his character,
yeah.
He burned out his character, then he will undeniably be at the top.
Brennan is too stush. I'm scared of him. Like,
oh yeah,
he's scary.
He's arrogant.
He did the World Cup, not the World Cup, the flipping Champions League yesterday.
Yeah, Dami Hope posted it. Actually,
Yeah.
Dami Hope was like, Bernard
Was
was
he
yeah. If you go into his story now, you see Bernard like was right in front of him. He was like, my boys wouldn't even believe this.
Dami's
living.
now.
Chupa is mad though, because like I know Dami from like uni, and then we worked. Our first professional jobs were together. So his job that he left Love Island for was my last role before I went to.
Oh, for real?
So he was my work husband. Like I used to carry food.
Work
into Dami Hope.
husband. Do you know what we're recording?
He was my work husband back then. That's what we used to call it.
It's before
India. I love and we respect. By the way.
No, because I could have roped you into so much trouble there.
No. This was many years ago. This was like 3-4 years.
Bro, listen, look.
Jesus.
What's that? Let me see.
The story.
Yeah. He was so close to Bernard.
Just chilling.
Just there. But you know, I'm
Bernard
so
just there.
happy for him. Because like I remember the first day of uni. Like I knew Dami Hope before uni. I remember sitting in the back of the class. Dami showed up late to this class, right? The professor has already started. And the way Dami just like rocked in with his saggy pants. Like he was like, oh, I couldn't find the hall. I just sat to the back. Like he was always just so chill with fairies in his own head. Like to now seeing him where he is, he has stayed consistently that same goofy, funny person.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I rated, like, when we had him on, and I was like, because, you know, you hear of people when they, like, get, like, you know, there's millions of people that know you now, millions of people that seen you, you're in high demand.
Exactly.
There's a tendency for people to kind of, like, just change up and stuff like that. And
He
has
has
like,
it.
Bro, he walked. That day, there was a few things happened that made me rate him. We said 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
12:50, like 2.
Yeah.
He just strolls in.
Yeah.
Still setting up. I just goes, oh. And then he didn't. You know, there wasn't. He just goes, oh, what's up, boys? Like, can I help? I was like,
He's very humble.
Like,
he's very
just
calm.
regular
Even when he
guy.
wished me happy birthday, he messaged me happy birthday this year, and I was just like, raw. I was like, I know how crazy your DMs must be right now, and I was like, for you to actually take the time out and actually message me.
Yeah.
I was like, I rate him so much.
I really do rate it. I really do.
I think he genuinely deserves it. I was like, he's always had that character. I feel like to be a star. Like, I'm not surprised that this is happening to him.
Yeah. Do you know what? And like, it's easy to say it in hindsight, but like, I remember seeing him because you know when he was dropping all those like
TikToks, reels,
the reels of like his fashion
outfits.
stuff. It was even before that. He started taking pictures, and all these influencers do it. They take pictures with the background that looks like exactly
How
like
do
an
they
outfit.
do it? They'll be in
Yeah.
the shopping market. All I see is Coca-Cola, and then somehow he's made it aesthetically pleasing to his outfit.
Exactly. So he's been doing that from time, and I remember seeing it, and it was like, bro, I remember seeing it because I was with one of my friends that was close to him, and she was like, she was just scrolling through his thing, and then she saw his picture, and she's like, Dami and his influencer pictures, and then I remember like looking, I was like, that's cold, like that's what these influencers like do, like and I won't be surprised if like because he's good looking and because he also has good style. Right,
It's a
very,
win-win.
Yeah, it's a matter of time. One thing will just boom. I goes, one of these pictures. I said to her, one of these pictures will blow, and he's gone. But who knows? It was actually Love Island that blew.
I know all the pictures blew.
all of them.
It's true. It's true.
You know
But he's very deserving of it.
It's really the idea of keep doing what you're doing now. And when the opportunity comes, if you just keep doing
it takes the one post to blow.
You know what? I feel like
it's crazy.
The other thing with Dami, I feel like there's a lot of intent in his actions.
Yeah.
Because after he came out of Love Island, it's just like being consistently on the ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has,
Do you get me?
man, he has.
He's working hard. I know people
Yeah.
probably look at it and they think like, oh, he's just going to events. He's just going to stuff.
man.
No, it's tiring.
Yeah.
It is bloody tiring.
I think
to
he
build
does
that
his own
schedule.
events. He did a track shoot
Track
right
shoot
in
one,
London.
Yeah.
And I
Like
think
all
he's
of that
doing
stuff,
another
all the
one.
planning, it takes a lot of work. Like influencing as well. People say, oh my God, the consistency with social media. Right now, I even have social media anxiety. I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't look at it.
Posting on Instagram is, do you know what? I didn't think about it before.
Bro.
It's a difficult thing.
Bro,
It
I'm
is.
due. I was like, bro, I just came from Paris and stuff. And I have some sick pictures.
Yeah.
I said, I'm doing a dump. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, what pictures am I going to pick? I picked the picture. I said, well, I'll do it later.
Yeah.
Do you know you can schedule posts now though?
Yeah, but you
You
know,
can schedule it, so you
but
can
know
go
have to
in,
think
set
of
the
captions.
date, set the time. See me, the way my Instagram rocks is that like I use lyrics.
Yeah, no,
I use
know.
lyrics to songs.
I know.
So
I
every
know.
single post I have, if it's not like an emotional
Yeah.
one, it's gonna be some sort of song.
I know. There's one girl.
do
There's
that
one girl like who's an influencer now.
I'll
Actually,
that one.
Mm-hmm.
I know a girl who's actually an influencer now. She's doing well in the UK. She
From Ireland?
From Ireland, yeah.
Hey, we love that.
Yeah. She had like when we was in college. She had loads
Oh, okay.
of
Lyrics.
captions,
Captions.
all lyrics,
Lyrics.
just like Prada. What is rubbish?
And I was like, let me go to mine and just see something I
She just had a
said.
list of them. So when she posted, she just picked one that kind of suited the
That makes
idea.
sense,
That's what influencers do. That's what
Yeah.
these
Bro.
Instagram people
So I'm
do.
just going to find the lyrics to do with memories.
So like
Remember.
this is what I have here, right? You see this photo, yeah?
let me see the
It says the rules are kind of different when you're batting up the game. That is
That's,
Stormzy.
Stormzy, yeah.
Oh,
Rules are kind of different when you're batting
Batting up the game, batting up the game,
Yeah,
batting up the game. Yeah.
I'll be.
Bossy Bop.
Yeah, bossy bop.
Yeah. So whenever I'm listening to music and I hear stuff like that, that's
The
where it now
caption.
comes in
Bro,
caption.
Even me, see when I do like, if I do something like that, I'm on stage for. If it's the live show or if it's like a program that I've done.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to go to your live show.
that's-
I'm at a wedding.
Well,
It's not even something I can cancel
you
on.
can. You can always cancel the wedding.
It's a wedding.
By the way, do you know what? By the way, if you're watching
They might have.
No,
another
but
second
people
wedding.
need to go. Like
do.
your second show, guys. I had so much fun.
Yeah.
Down from your DJ to the drummer, the whole night was
Yeah,
eventful.
yeah.
It was, and I
And that
came
was
from
crazy.
work. I left
Really?
work and I came
We did
for
that on a
it.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did it on a Thursday.
It was
This
good.
time we're Saturday.
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 And this is the weekend. It's the weekend, babe.
Saturday the 29th.
Do you know what? I'm looking thinking. I'm like, can I fit it
baby.
in? If I just,
Oh, you can
Yeah,
I could try to fit it in.
Fly in. Don't worry about it.
No, it's in Ireland. It's in Ireland. It's in Dublin. So I might just show up in the wedding
You're
attire.
going to the live
Show up
show.
in my gele.
Change.
Change. Have you ever tied gele? Yeah. I'm
Don't
not
worry,
moving that
don't
thing
worry.
from my
We will
head.
have
Come in your
some-
vibe.
We have people that will help you unwrap the gilly. For ladies and gentlemen, 29th of July, where's your head at? Live show number.
Be there.
Number
Tree.
Number 3.
Guys, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
No, it's genuinely, it was so much fun. I brought someone as well from work, and she's not someone who tends to go out. She thoroughly enjoyed herself. She said to let her know when the next one is at. She'll 100% go.
was
Let's
send
you know
that
now.
personal email.
29th of July.
Don't worry, I'll tag her. She's not really a social media babe like that, so
Yeah.
I'll let her know.
Okay, yeah, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah.
No, the early birds are gone.
Gone now.
Gone.
Damn.
They went in
In a few
Hotcakes.
minutes.
few minutes. Yeah, a few minutes. So we're on the general sales now.
Damn.
Yeah, guys, get your tickets. It's again, we're not even exaggerating. Roz was there. She
It
knows
was
how good it was.
lit. It was
like,
lit.
For us, yeah, I think the reason why our first 2 shows have been as good as they are is because of the intent that we put in.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never been to a live show like that. Yeah.
He's been an artist on stage.
Yeah.
I've been an artist
On stage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
you get me?
yeah.
I'm just like,
That's actually true.
I'm like, we need to, fam, even before down to the couch that we,
Yes,
our
yes.
couch,
It's
Yeah.
true.
everything is like, yo, we need to,
It's perfectly planned.
fam,
Yeah.
listen, you're paying money to come and see us.
Yeah.
I owe you something.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we don't
Even
want,
from
we
the
don't- yeah.
DJ and then even Smiley like drumming, the music was even different.
Yeah.
Like, you know, most
Yeah.
people just have normal DJ, but the fact
Yeah.
you had the live
Yeah,
drummer.
it was like-
I remember I posted it on my story and all I could hear back was me shouting.
You can't even
I felt so bad for people who tried to watch my
Nah,
story.
it was
Yeah.
like again, that's what we think about. Like we have to think about. Like for this one, we're already thinking along the lines of how can we make
What's
it
better than last time?
Yeah, we did.
Damn.
And it's a pressure.
Guys,
yeah.
I'm waiting to see how you're going to top last time because
Yeah.
last time was good.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
I won't
good.
like, it scares me
It
as well.
scares me. No, I was literally saying this to somebody. I
good.
was saying this to someone recent. I was like, the biggest pressure is topping yourself.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to worry about anybody else. How do you better yourself?
The problem is, half of the ideas that you had, they were the best idea at the time.
You had at the time.
Oh
So it's
God.
like,
Now you gotta think of a better
Now
idea.
you
You
think
need to
of a
not rely on
better-
your growing. You have grown as a person.
Yeah.
You have seen more stuff in 6 months.
Yeah.
To get
Bruh.
better.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what you guys pull out because it was good.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
And I'm going to say I can't deny it was the best podcast live show I've been at. I give props where props are deserved.
Cut the clip.
I left
Y'all hear
lost
that?
my
You heard
voice. It was good. It was good.
Do you know what's mad as well now? Because a lot of times when we say like we want to better ourselves, it's not so much doing something so new. Because everyone, like for example, if and this is where I don't know where I was having this conversation, but I was having it with somebody. I think it might have been on a podcast. Maybe I was on somebody's podcast, but it was like the idea of when we deviate too much, trying to like make a better idea, but you deviate from the whole thing that made your thing cool in the first place. Do you know what I mean? When you deviate from that completely, then it's no longer a better idea. It's just a different idea that doesn't bang the same way. I think what we're trying to do is how can we just improve what we already have and make it like
good luck to y'all.
Yeah, you know, it's very very difficult something. But now we just want to have fun. It's gonna be fun.
It's going to be fun, 100%.
It's gonna be fun. Pressure, bro.
Pressure. Yeah.
Oh.
Like I think what would you say the biggest pressure is for you?
For this show,
Yeah.
it's always for me. It's always the tickets, bro. It's not even
Really? There's no way you're not going to sell out, though. Like, I know that for a fact.
This is the same conversation I have with Goody. The same conversation I have with Goody. Yeah.
I understand it because I remember listening to that pod. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But just from those of us who are on the outside who watch you guys, we have that much faith. We have that much faith in you guys. You're going to sell out. We know it.
Thank you.
So if people don't come and start crying when they say so that you didn't carry tickets. It's too late.
Don't put me to shame. But
There's no opposition. No, we know they're selling out. They shouldn't come and cry later on that they missed their chance.
Yeah. No, I think that's the one for me because on the day, bro, you know me. On the day, like beforehand, we're doing a thing where it's the second it's time for us to go on stage. You know me. Usually I get on stage and I'm free. I'm like, cause I'm kind of used to the stage and it's different from being used to the stage and singing and being used to the stage. Like I'm used to being on the stage.
He's used to talking. Yeah,
it is very different.
It's a very different
It's very
thing.
different. Because when we went up for the 90s pod, I'm not going to lie, guys, I was shitting bricks. I was like, what am I going to go up and say? What are these people going to talk to me about? Oh, Lord. And they, like, you're trying to entertain people.
Yes, that's the common thing. You always have to entertain people.
Even for what you guys did for the 90s baby show, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. What was it again?
No.
They just called us up.
No, them going up on stage, I couldn't do it.
Randomly,
The issue
We met them like prior, like legit, like maybe like 20 minutes before. We didn't know what they were going to talk about. We didn't know what we were going up for.
Yeah.
So like the girls were fine, and I sat there and I was like,
what the hell?
What they ask us so mad? What am I supposed to say? What we go blank?
Because the thing is, people came for them.
Yeah.
People didn't pay for anyone else.
No.
Yeah.
So people will be resisting to
engage.
Like, I don't want that because I understand
it was difficult for Charger as well at the start.
At the beginning.
At the beginning.
Yeah.
The room was not.
And they also didn't have very long to actually plan. I think they probably had like a day or two. It was very spurt.
No, they got.
It was. It's true. There was the day before.
I think Jordan was telling me they were told that almost the night before.
The night before. God damn it.
Like, and the room.
All I know is I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's like it's when they were finishing is when the room now started paying attention.
Yeah.
I said,
it's very hard to be the opener.
woo!
It's very.
Especially openers is someone who's big. Yo.
But hear me on this. I agree. If someone's big as well, it's very difficult. I think there was one time in the Sugar Club that I've realized that also as much as it's difficult, there is a way you can absolutely body Sean. I don't know if it's
Sean Yosa as a comedian.
The comedian.
It was when was
it Black and Irish or was it just Too Funny?
It was Black and Irish.
Black and Irish.
It was who's the main character event.
Oh no, it wasn't that.
So there was two comedians. The first one.
Yeah.
The room wasn't.
Yeah.
He didn't.
And you could feel it.
And you could feel it.
Oh, there's something worse.
Yeah. So I was uncomfortable on his behalf.
Yeah.
You get me? And I felt bad, but Sean came up and just walks on and just it's like even him walking up, everyone paid attention.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's
It's got the
something about his
confidence,
essence.
like-
everyone paid attention,
Yeah.
and he just took the room by storm. I said, "My God, well
Bro,
done."
that's
Yeah.
a talent to be able to control a room like that.
That's the thing, right? I think when he came on, he wasn't bothered about the guy before him because
Exactly.
because think about it. Someone goes on before you, and the room gives them certain type of energy.
You think that's the
naturally,
room.
yeah. You just
Yeah.
think that's the room, but really, the room needs to be
Bro.
worked. You need to work the room. So he literally walked around the room, going to people, asking, "Have you ever been to Lagos?" To white people, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, like.
Oh, yeah, he came up to me at one point, and I was shit myself. I said, "Don't say anything crazy." He just goes, "Nah, just coming to you because I rate you still." I said, "No."
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So but like, there was things like that. I'm like, there is a way. Even when I was performing, like rapping, like I remember the act that would go on before me would probably be, may not have been that good, or maybe the room wasn't. Maybe they were good, but they didn't know how to interact with the room. Do you know what I mean? So then I would know, like I practice with my band, like guys, before I get into anyone's songs, we're gonna intro. We're gonna interact with the room, so I will have certain like songs or like freestyles or interactive things with the crowd. I don't know if you remember. I get people to like move to the left, to the right, and just kind of get everyone.
Wake them up and get
Wake-
them moving.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's like locked in.
I'm in
Yeah.
charge. Like,
And then I could go into my thing.
Yeah.
But I've realized that because the crowd just needs to be worked. They came here, they paid money to go to this event. They don't
They
want
paid to have a good time.
Yeah, so they work them.
Yeah.
Work them. Do you know what I mean? So it's not an easy thing to go
but
up first.
But it's so much easier if people pay tickets for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
because,
yeah.
because they already have that personal
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah,
So
so it's just like
Yeah.
So like for the first live show, I was nervous, and funny enough, I don't remember the first live show because I wasn't present.
Yeah.
I wasn't present at all.
you were that nervous.
No, it wasn't nerves. I couldn't believe like
People showed up and showed
no,
out.
that was part of it. That was part of it. I'm not gonna lie, but like it was being on stage is not unusual for me. Like,
No.
I'm very used to stage.
Yeah.
Any amount of crowd, I don't care. But I was like being on stage and then sitting down and people like waiting for me to talk.
Yeah.
I was just like, there's this time I remember a distinct moment in the show when Snow and Thing was standing up in the front when they were vibing with the crowd. I was like, "Toma, you're on stage." I said, "Yeah." I just stood up. Like it's like I was there, but I wasn't like I was like, "Yo, Toma, you're on stage." I said, "Oh shit."
Kick into it.
And then that's when I properly was able to engage.
Yeah.
But I was zoned out. But
Out,
second
but
show,
maybe like an out body
yeah,
experience.
it was.
Yeah, it was,
It's
yeah,
weird. It's so weird.
Like, and because this is a new thing, it's a very new thing. It's still getting used to. But like, I think this one is like where you would see the combination of our two shows. Like you would see, like, because our first show
Was a
was
tester.
really good, very tested, very good
I remember
show.
watching it through people's
And
stories, being like it was lit.
Yeah, it was great, but we didn't talk as much. And then the second one, we talked a little bit more, and we
We spent the majority of our time talking.
talking, which was
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
I think this one is like the marriage of the two, where we're now comfortable talking in front of people in a crowd.
Yeah.
And now we can have conversations. Like, do you know what I mean? And now this is going to be like, I feel like this will be like an all-round
You can
podcast.
actually use your brain now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can actually use your brain.
Yeah.
Because there was a portion of the second show whereby everything you had to say was funny.
Yeah.
Really?
There's an element of that there.
There's
There's
a
an element of
pressure.
that there.
There's a pressure that you have to,
Because,
like,
bro-
I can't say, like, Tom, how are you today? And he can say, I'm fine. Like, we couldn't think of that because we, like, if I say, how are you, you must say something. We didn't plan this, but the mindset was that you must reply to me in a funny way to make them laugh.
Yeah, or you need to reply to me to move this conversation forward. It's like, have you heard of conversational threading? It's like
Actors and stuff do it, I think.
yeah, and even it's a skill of good conversation. So I can say, "How are you?" You say, "Yeah, I'm good, thank you." Or you could say,
To like carry the conversation.
yeah, or you
people-
could say, "I'm great, but I had a rough week."
Yeah.
You've given me a thread to pull on.
talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
exactly.
like, "Oh, what happened to your week?" Then you could give me other threads. You get me?
Yeah.
So when you're on stage, I need to give you. It's
You need to give something. You can't just dead it.
Bro.
Sometimes a question on stage.
Something I like that you did was when your mom rang
Yeah, bro.
and you picked up the phone and you like incorporated it.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah. It's also like, I learned that from, there was a pastor, right? There was one church service that I think the phone rang.
Yeah, no, the bassist. It was I know the one. So the musician left his iPad on stage,
Oh, is it?
and his iPad was connected, and then the iPad rang, but it was the bassist's wife. So the pastor now walks up and picks
really?
up. Pastor walks up and picks up, and she goes, "Oh, I now said something like, oh, I wonder why I didn't see you in church today."
Really?
Yeah, she just hangs up.
Oh my
The
god!
whole church. She just hangs up.
Wow!
It was so funny though.
That's fun. No, it wasn't even that. That's a crazy story.
Yeah,
But
that's
it was.
funny.
It was like I saw like this was in person. Like, he literally like phone rang and then he was so witty about how to incorporate like I think he must have said something like the Holy Spirit is ringing, something like that, right? But he intertwined it into his message and didn't lose his thought.
Yeah,
He made it so brilliantly and he continued on what he was doing. So since then I picked up that up, and so I do it regularly. Like even on here, we could do something can happen, and we'll just weave it in.
How do you lock it in?
How do you lock it in? So
Well,
my mom
I learned it from you because we did it on our podcast one
Yeah.
episode. Someone rang me, and I think it was just I can't remember what we were talking about, but it was like if we were a guy for a day. So what I did was it was a guy who called me. So I asked him if you were a girl for a day, what would you do?
Exactly.
So then or incorporated it. But in that moment, I remembered what you did.
Yeah, you have to. Or it will just be an awkward thing. Oh, sorry guys, my mom's calling. Let me just put my phone on do not disturb, and then you go back. Do you know what I mean? It could just it could be just like
And
bring
you-
it in.
yeah.
Yeah, bring it in.
Like-
Mom, I'm in front of people.
That's in sharp.
Do you know
That's
what I
sharp.
mean? No man, but yeah, if you miss the last one, guys,
You
yeah,
have to be there.
Don't miss this one.
Don't miss this one.
Oh, we have to. By the way, sorry guys, Snowden has left.
Oh yeah,
Snowden's gone from the podcast.
yeah. We forgot to say to
we,
you
had,
guys.
we had a beef thing, so Roz is like gonna be on the podcast.
Damn.
I know you're just finding that out now.
Do you know what? I'm so happy. Remember when he told me to walk, to graciously walk? You see now? Be careful who you talk to, because then when they become your replacements, yeah?
Oh god, my guy's enjoying himself in Nigeria.
Ah,
Bro, he's enjoying
Jaye.
himself. I'm just seeing him chopping.
Guys, I want to go
turkey.
Nige so bad. But those flight tickets, yeah?
It's
yeah.
crazy, yeah.
It's like nearly triple times my rent.
Mad.
It's like, am I going to fly to Nigeria to sleep on the streets?
Bro, last
What?
year, I was looking to go Nigeria in December, and I the ticket prices were available up until November. I said I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
Crazy.
Because let's say if you want to show the first 6 months of the year, fine.
Yeah.
But you show me every month.
Yeah.
But December, I say, you know what, I don't worry.
No,
Nah,
but
that's
I've been
crazy.
to Nigeria in December. It's lit.
Yeah.
I heard it's really crazy. No, do you know what? When Snow comes back and he tells me the story of Nigeria, he tells me how he got along, I will know whether to book my flight or not. Because Opizi tells me his story where they said
bro, from OPZ,
they carry cutlass.
Wait. OPZ went to Nigeria with an iPhone, came back with an Android.
Stop it.
Bro,
No,
he came back with an
was that
Android.
his first day there? Was it his first day?
He got robbed on his first day.
Yeah.
Bro, had
Do you know
interactions
what?
with
Actually,
guys.
I went. What?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just my
Can
family.
you get PZ on at the same time?
Yeah, what? The one I went, I was even at a wedding and I left my phone down. And I don't know, it was this rich uncle. He kept my phone from me and he called me over and he goes, I know you're not from here. Because he says, when you're in Nigeria, you'll never put your phone down. He handed me my phone back. But he also
Wow.
moved to me at the same time.
Of course.
And I gave him my mom's number instead of my
It comes
number.
out the price. It comes out the price.
Fine girl.
So I gave him my mom's number instead of mine.
Do you know what? You know when he took the phone, he said he was a fine girl. I'll give it back.
It was not a fine
was not a
game. Your
fine
phone got
game.
robbed.
Not tap on your phone.
I'm screaming. But like, I've always had really, like, I don't know, I've had really good interactions with Nige. I've never had like.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I was a kid when I was like very young. I was only there for 2 weeks in my life, right? But if I go back now, I want to know. I want to have some level of assurance that one, I will come back to Ireland, right? Nah, bro.
Like, when the-
bro, every testimony service, right? That's the big, big testimony service in churches. Bro, man was saying that they kidnapped our cousin, and they held him for ransom, and they wanted 20 million naira, all that type of stuff. Like,
But see, I feel like those are people who live in mainland. If you're going, make sure you stay on the
those
islands.
people that live in village as well, like.
yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, when I went for my great grandmother's 100th. So like when I was coming, my mom was leaving, so I was actually just there at my aunt and uncle's house myself without the rest of my family. Guy, I was walking to ShopRite and stuff like that. I felt comfortable enough to walk around.
No, that's what I'm saying. Let me know those locations. I'm good to go to those locations.
VI, Lekki,
VI, yeah.
VI, Victoria
Aye, cool,
Island,
but
Ikoyi.
that's what I'm saying. People should let me know the places
They're the
to
islands.
avoid.
That's not mainland.
Yeah. People-
Mainland, I know I will get kidnapped if I go to mainland.
Yeah.
Don't go to Saleko.
I remember, oh my god, I went there once. Actually, this is a story I was gonna say. While I was like, I can't pronounce it, Saleko. Is that it? Yeah, I was there, and I heard someone talking. And whenever I'm in Nigeria, my mom always says, "Don't ever speak Yoruba. Let these people think you don't understand."
Yeah.
So I did not even open my mouth. This person was like, "She's not from here," and they were watching me. They did not know I could hear them, and they were like, "She's not from here," and they were like following me, and I was like,
Bro, they can tell the complexion
Like,
of your
skin. I was
the
like,
water
how?
you drink. They know how you're not from here. Bro, Nigerians have a look. Like as in Nigerians in Nigeria have a look.
That's funny,
The
that's
cameras
funny.
have a look. Snows, have you seen Snows Instagram? See his videos.
Yeah.
It looks like he's in Nigeria, bro.
Yeah,
I know it, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm screaming.
It's like a filter on the It's just like,
I
There's a
screamed.
natural filter, bro. There's a natural
No.
that is
filter,
funny. That is funny.
I definitely feel like though I could live there. If I got married to someone who was rich,
bro.
definitely
You can
carry me
live in
go.
VI. You can live in VI.
I could live in VI.
You can't live in.
No. I would not survive mainland.
Surulere.
Surulere. What? Onipa? Eh? No.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll not
man.
survive.
And you know what? Okay, this is a massive digression, but I heard I listened to an interview, right? Of a pastor. This pastor, Apostle Arome.
Sorry, yeah.
He said he came to the UK. First time he came to the UK, and he said he was praying.
And you couldn't pray
He
properly.
couldn't pray properly for about 10 hours.
Yeah.
He was praying for 10 hours. He's only at the 10th hour, the 10th or 11th
12th,
hour. 12th hour?
12th
that
hour.
he got
It's
a
really good
little
breakthrough.
He got a little breakthrough. He says the witchcraft in UK. he said
greater,
it's
it's
greater
greater.
than Africa.
Yeah.
He's been all over Africa. He said the witchcraft.
No, bro, I hear it. I hear it.
Really?
I hear it. No. Okay, let's not kid ourselves here.
Yeah.
Right? Like Ireland, the UK, a lot of those like Scandinavian countries, but back in them times,
The Celtics.
witches and
Yeah,
warlocks.
That's
bro.
actually true.
Witches and
Bro,
warlocks.
it was a big, like, you know when you look at, have you watched Vikings?
Yeah.
But when you watch some of those Viking things, you're seeing their religion was like sacrificing themselves.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Sacrificing people, sacrificing children. That's not like, they're not pulling that out of thin air. Like, that's things that people used to do.
What's the thing in Ireland? Banshee?
Bro,
The Banshee.
yeah, like-
I don't mess with Halloween.
Yeah.
I don't mess
I
with
feel
Halloween.
Halloween feels different here as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It does.
Halloween feels
I know
different.
too many.
There's
My
a
mom's
sense.
best friend's husband died on Halloween.
Wow.
There was something that happened last Halloween that I can't remember as well. When I was in secondary school, there was a girl as well. Her dad died on Halloween. I was like, bro, I
Last
don't.
Halloween was it Offset? No, was it Offset?
It was Offset and Davido's
Offset.
son. Both died on Halloween.
Yeah.
Not on Offset. Is it
No,
Offset?
not Offset. Is it Offset? Take off.
Take off that on Halloween,
Halloween.
and it's David's son.
And David's son, Halloween.
Yeah.
Bro, like, I'm sorry, man. There's
I know far too many people have died on Halloween. Don't like it.
but like, it's different in Ireland. I'm sorry. There's this.
But yeah,
I don't play with it. I sit in my house with the Bible underneath my pillow.
Oh, hallelujah.
Sometimes it's the Bible app. Oh my God, I used to love that Hallelujah night.
No,
Oh.
but no. When he said that, yeah, I was like raw. Like as in, it's just wearing.
It was
a
like a
different,
podcast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I wanna go watch it.
It's just wearing a different type of clothes. Now he said also another place that he sensed that in was Glasgow. Now hear me on this. Yeah. I went to Glasgow last October, yeah. And I remember like because we went to go like minister and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bro, I just remember like we to this day we still talk about it at Glasgow. The I don't know what to call it, like the territorial like
Power.
hold over that place was heavy. Like just on a spiritual thing, I could sense it so heavily, yeah. And so when he said it, I paused it. I goes, this man, he said it's only two places that he said that like an equal. London and Glasgow. He could have said like Leicester. You know Leicester's a mess. You know what I mean? Bro, yeah. He could have said all those places. Man said Glasgow and London. And I really just hear it.
And they're big cities as well.
I really hear it. I really do hear it, man. When man said that, so I was like, and you know the whole idea of like, see when I part of my fear of like Nigeria in a sense, it was the whole spiritual side of things. Like, oh, you know, anybody can. I remember I have very few memories in Nigeria, man. You know, in Ireland, the man that when you play football, you spit on the ground.
Yeah.
So I was playing football with the kids and I spat on the ground. He goes, ah. he said, wipe it over with the sand because if somebody takes your
on it or something.
saliva, you will turn into a lizard.
No, you see, the
When
thing
you
is,
pick up money and you turn into a yam
Yeah.
or a goat.
Yeah.
now, I've heard, bro, there was this, I know this guy in Ireland there.
Yeah.
He said when he used to be in Nigeria, you take a ring like this.
Yeah.
You know, put it on your finger. You do some stuff to it.
Yeah.
Put it on your finger. Touch a girl like this.
And she's on.
She's on it.
She's on it. Yeah,
She's
yeah,
on
yeah.
it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So when hear me. So when
That's physical
no,
manifestation.
Ross,
like
what-
you just touch a girl and she's on it.
well, we're gonna talk about that in a second. Yeah. But when a man says London is worse than what he just said,
That's scary. That's
Do you
scary.
know what?
scary.
I've dated some really, God, from London, and let me not lie.
no, I heard a story of one of my friends who dated a guy from London this is years ago, about 10, close to 10 years ago. Dated a guy from London. This guy was into all sorts. Like, I mean, all
Hey.
sorts. Like, as in, he was all blood,
Ah.
as in exchange.
Yeah,
Hey.
but it's a.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think if he was to go to other cities like that emulate London,
Yeah.
he would get the same sense.
Like
New
York or something.
Yeah, London's a melting pot.
Yeah.
It's a major city in the world. Do you get
Yeah.
me? Especially for English speakers. Do you get me? London will
Yeah.
have the Americans, the Canadians, the Australians.
Everyone,
Do you
everyone
get me?
goes there.
And then everyone else that wants to
Chinese.
speak.
Yeah.
And then all the other countries they've colonized as well.
Bro.
And then it's just a melting pot for everything, bro. That's how this person will now bring his own culture and his witchcraft with this person. They'll come together.
All the witches and wizards. I say, you from?
Are you?
How are you from
Aye,
China?
from
China. How are you?
No, from the Eastern region. From the Eastern branch. You from the Eastern branch. How are you? Bro,
that shit scares me, but I
all
just
the
feel
Mami
like
waters from the 7 seas are meeting up there.
Yeah, bro.
I'm happy I stayed prayed up. I don't feel like any of those people could ever touch me, Sha.
Yeah, no. It's wild. It's wild. It's something crazy like someone doing something to a ring, touching a girl. I've seen because when you see some girls or some guys in relationships, and you're like,
How did they?
That's weird. There's something going
there's
on.
a prophet I know. I have so many stories. There's a prophet I know. Prophet. This man would see things. He would see things. Then all of a sudden, just fell off the face of the earth. Literally, nobody cares about him.
Disappears.
And then we see him again. He's with this woman. He's not doing anything to do with prophecy anymore. Every post. This is Facebook. Every Facebook post is about that woman. How much I love her.
She's grabbed him.
I said this one has been grabbed.
Yeah.
That is crazy, but you know, I
do.
do believe those type of things happen. I feel like I know someone that has happened to, and I could not understand why this babe could not leave this person alone.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Obsession.
like, what is tying you there? It has to be
Ross,
spiritual
I was
bondage.
talking to my missus last week.
Yeah.
She was telling me that, she was telling me about one of her, not friends, but guys that
Please
she
know.
knows. And she just goes, this guy, any girl that gets with him, they all become obsessive over him. I said, he doesn't even know what he has.
He doesn't even know,
Like
yeah.
in my mind, I'm just like, there's someone that is working
way.
with him. Yeah.
Guys, I got told this story. A guy who comes from a Christian background, he's going out night out with one, he's not from Dublin, so he goes out with the cultural people. If you go what I just said there. So he's gone out with some
Coaches.
exactly. Broski, gone out night out. The chick says, pull up to mine, easy. So he's pulling up to hers. He's trying to get his thing done that night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he gets home, sees the mumsy, and the mumsy is cooking at 3:30 in the morning.
The girl's mumsy.
Girl's mumsy.
Yeah.
3:30 in the morning, and the girl opens the door. The guy walks in. The mom doesn't turn around. Just continues to cook. He sees
This
the mom.
is giving get out.
Bro,
yeah.
It's giving get out.
Giving get out.
If you get out, bro. Like broski, get the hell out.
Yeah.
Like broski. Okay. So like the mom doesn't even care that there's someone else in the house. Just pull upstairs. He goes upstairs. He's like, that was weird. But then he hears the dad. Dad is like,
Yeah.
I think that was African or something. Like, but it wasn't like the girl wasn't mixed. I think it was like a stepdad or something
Oh,
type
okay.
situation. What, broski? The dad is praying some weird ass prayer.
Oh no, I'm
Like
out.
some strange ass
get out,
prayer.
get
I'm
get
out.
get
Some weird like.
I'm out.
You know when you grew up in church, and you hear
I know what tongues sound like.
Yeah, and I know what that doesn't sound.
Yeah.
So man hears this. Man
Like
hears
Yoni's incantation.
this. Yeah. 3:30 in the morning as well.
yeah.
Exactly.
And
What's she cooking for? Who's she cooking
While
for?
dad is praying upstairs, she's cooking.
Yeah.
Nah,
Man's praying
out.
upstairs at 3:30 a.m. Your daughter is bringing a strange dude into the house.
Nobody batters an eyelash.
Nobody.
Run.
So, bro, you're
He
the
should-
sacrifice
he's-
for the night.
He's
the meal.
Not the two of
She's
us
just
are
cooking
saying
physically. Making stew.
to put you into it.
She's making your breakfast because you're the meal.
What?
She goes, I'm taking your destiny and I'll exchange it for rice and stew.
Broski. So, but bear in mind, that's two major signs. Broski, go home. Get into the girl's room, my bro.
And he does his thing.
Oh my
No,
god.
doesn't only do his thing.
Oh.
Girl says, guy sees bare names on the wall, bro.
Oh, yeah.
No, this is Get Out. That is Get
No,
Out.
this is
Modern day
spiritual Get Out.
version. Modern version.
I don't even know who the guy is. Someone just told me the whole
Yeah.
whole shebang.
Is he alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. Still alive.
But he's messed up.
Messed up.
Oh, yeah, messed
And
up.
Hey.
he sees all the names on the wall. Sees like names on the wall. And you know what this girl says?
Write your name.
Write your name. My guy says, no, I'm not gonna write my name. Like he's not clocking onto like this is.
No, he the problem and the mistake he made was even going up the stairs. Because if you come in and you see the mom's cooking at 3:30 in the morning, why are you walking upstairs?
No. Do you know what she said?
Yeah.
She said, no.
Join the list.
No, you. I'm not. She goes, I won't write her name.
You
I
do.
won't, no. You put it there.
You
yourself.
give
You
consent.
ruin your destiny.
Bro, sign on the
Oh,
dotted line.
God.
Yeah. So she tells him to sign. Man's like, no. She goes like, then you're not getting any. But you see how
She gave him an out.
A man.
She gave him an out. She said, if you don't sign, you don't get. You don't get.
You don't
some.
get- you don't
can
get
just
some.
turn around and walk away.
So her
first of all-
coochie was
first of all,
what sold him.
Yeah. If I was crazy enough to get, if David was crazy enough to get upstairs, I was mad enough to get upstairs. This is the best opportunity. David, walk away. This is the best opportunity.
Yeah, bro.
Guy, you know the guy says, you're not getting any. He goes, what are you saying? Okay, picks up the pen, trying to write it. She goes, not that pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
She gave him a specific pen.
No.
Long.
He
But
done
you know what?
mess
You know
up.
when I hear that, yeah, and
He's
started-
literally
started his
soul
thing.
tied.
Yeah, he started his thing and then he did his thing, and I'm like, broski, like I think there was too many.
I don't want to say you deserve it, but he deserves it.
He
I don't want to
deserves
say he
it.
deserves it because no one deserves that, but he deserves it.
And he's African descent.
Yeah, there was.
So
too
you should be
many.
silent. You should be
too
clocked.
sensitive.
You should have clocked.
That's the one thing African parents do is they teach us about juju.
But no,
All of us
Ross,
know.
Even if you
Ross,
don't,
it's true.
yeah.
But I've this is not the only story I've heard. I have personal friends who have like as in from the people I've known for years who like they're losing their virginity. Like this is the first time having sex, and the guy is asking you say this and then drink this, and then we'll have sex. Like that doesn't even like how does that compute in your brain?
Guys, I can't believe
Right,
stuff like this
people
actually exists in Ireland.
Yeah.
Pure parts.
No.
Man, on the
You know, you
different
hear these things, but like to actually believe that this goes on in Ireland is
As
beyond
in,
me.
I know people. As in, oh, I know people. I've talked to. Yeah, I know people that have
people
done
do
it,
mad
like
things.
who've been involved in this type of things, and like I've seen the effect of it because there's certain people that like, for example, like there's certain people that after this type of thing happens to them, it's like
They're never the
like
same.
a downhill spiral. Some don't recover for a very long time.
Yeah.
It's only the power of like Jesus Christ and deliverance that really sets these people free. Because
It was a podcast that we heard, like Tom Mucci on 90s Baby.
Nicest baby, yeah.
Well, he said there was one guy that slept with a girl, literally prison, got a child,
Yeah.
just like this.
Downward
Yeah.
slope.
Downward
This is
slope.
why it's so important, like who you actually live with. I really believe it's like soul ties. The power of digmatization is real.
No, it's really
It's
real.
real.
It's really real.
It's really scary.
Yeah,
Do you know how
yeah.
many times I could have walked away in the past and I didn't? We thank God.
Do you know what?
I'm not on that wave anymore.
Bro, do you know what's mad? Yeah, I think there's certain people, yeah, that it's just the mercy of God. It's God's mercy because
When I took it to me, listen, the grace of God, the grace, put the camera on me, the camera on me. The grace of God.
bro, not the grace, not the
I'll tell you
grace,
after.
Okay.
not the
The
grace,
grace of God.
bro.
Nah.
Nah, listen. How many people told me that there was one particular thing that was seen?
Yeah,
But I remember I told you.
Yeah.
He first told me.
yeah,
Bro, when he told me, I already pulled back.
bro.
then my mom sees the exact same thing without any connection.
No connection.
Your mom.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
my sister sees the same thing. with
And they
hopefully
all
no
say the
connection.
same thing.
I say, yeah, I hear it.
I hear it.
No, at that point you have to.
You have to like
Well,
when
even the first time,
Yeah.
I heard it. Second time, I said, listen, I'm hearing you. Third time, done.
that's what Phil said today. When God says holy, holy 3 times, 3 times, he ain't.
Me, I'm an avid listener. If you tell me once, I'm gone.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
it-
like to test things out.
But hear me on this. Right? I will see something right, and very quickly, because I believe that like there's a spirit of discernment, and the spirit of discernment is like you can test spirits. Like you're just able to know that this person, and so some people ask me, and I will not volunteer this information, but some people just like believe in like the God in me, and they'll ask me, David, what do you think? And I'll just say, I'll take you to a side, just gently. How are you run?
Yeah.
Do you know what, David? You're going to actually become my pastor. I'm telling you this now. David's becoming my pastor.
My guy goes, if I were you, run.
Any person I start dating now, I'm coming to you. We're praying together. And what you tell me, you're going to be the ruler of my destiny now. I'm telling you.
No, but it's really like as in, so when that happens, I'm just like, and hear me on this though. Like a lot of people have said, I hear you, but have not listened, right? And literally the result, and I'm not the type of person to say, I told you so.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be that. I'm never gonna be that person. But I'm hoping that you can see that I told you so.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just hoping, because I've seen some things like people just like, okay, I just love him anyways, or you know, this, and then you just see kind of how it progresses, and it's like,
Because and the thing is like, I think when it comes to things of the spirit and that nature, it's not it doesn't care about your emotions, man.
yeah.
It doesn't care about your
It doesn't care. Look at rats. Like,
So scary.
my idea about the devil or or Satan or Lucifer is that he does not give a rat's about how you feel. He's not like he doesn't like. There's no such thing as good judge. Like, you know when people say good judge.
Yeah, I agree.
Evil is in its totality evil. There is no good in evil. There's no like consideration for feelings in evil. Like if something is going to be destroyed, it's not like, oh, but she was nice.
Yeah, it's like let's destroy carefully.
Yeah.
no,
What is destroying
We
carefully?
won't go as harsh on her. What?
It's like complete destruction, you know. So I think when people like take those type of things lightly, it's like, guys, he's not taking it lightly on you.
Bro, that's why a lot of the things that happen in our society now, like I watch videos and I'm seeing people speak and I'm just like I can see that like in your mind this makes sense.
Yeah.
But like what you're saying is actually not
Nonsense.
But you're under influence. You don't you
don't
can't
even
even
know.
see it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people are behaving so erratically and just like it's like
Yeah.
I was like, do you get me? You see these videos, I'm just like, even a particular word is mentioned. It's like, I said, is there a spirit? There's a spirit moving behind you,
And you don't know.
but you not say Jesus is not real.
I'm telling you.
It's crazy. But yeah. Anyways, man.
That's
We went off on
mad.
a mad tangent.
We did.
It's a crazy tangent, but it really just has me deep in. I remember one of like my red flags or like my ex. That same crazy ex I spoke about in the
Yeah.
last episode.
yeah.
The only ex. I remember him one time saying that he thanked God for my life. This guy didn't believe in God or go to church.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
You hear that?
strong.
That was one of my biggest red flags. He was like, I thank God for you being in my life.
strong.
But you don't go to church and you don't believe in God. So who the hell are you thanking for?
Which of the gods?
This is why I still say to people he was demonic. I was like, that he was a spawn of Lucifer. I don't care what nobody tells me. Spawn of Lucifer. What God are you thanking for me? Do you know how many times I tried to drag your ass to church and you said no, you didn't want to go, and you're not telling me you're thanking
thanking
somebody
God.
for me?
God.
Ah, keep that one.
Who's the god?
Keep that one. No.
Nah, but I've heard some mad when people tell me stories, and some of them, like, you know, some of them are just very, very like absolutely, you know, very, very mad, and this Dublin, and you're like, because you
I
hear
can't
this
believe
in
that.
you see this in Nollywood, you hear this in like
Yeah.
Nigerian preachers maybe will tell you this, but like some of these things you're hearing here, bro, America's one is even different as well. America's territorial powers.
Bro, that place is the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah.
I'm not gonna lie, America scares me.
Yeah.
It scares me. I used to think like when growing up, like I used to idolize it from like TV and all that kind of stuff. But now the older that I've become, and also meeting people there, like I spent a lot of time with the black people. I've actually never been to America. I was supposed to go last year for Roll Down, but my show ended up taking place. I didn't end up going.
Where was your show?
Last year, July.
Where?
Where? In Gran Canaries.
It was in Spain, basically.
Spain. Spanish Islands. Very close to Africa. Spanish Islands.
You know why did I think that you shot that in America?
Because it's usually always shot on that side of the world. It's not the one time I get to be on a TV show, they fly me to my last holiday destination. Where we went to go and do the photo shoots and everything. I was like, this is the villa I stayed in when I was here in February. I was like, really? In the whole world. They brought me to the exact same location.
Probably cheaper out there or something.
I don't know. At the villa we stayed in, apparently like it cost millions to run. It was like a 3-floor villa. So where the TV show was being like set and recorded on, they had like underground. So when we were doing confessionals, you'd have to like go down the stairs and go into like a house.
Real quick, let's talk about that show. I don't think have we introduced us?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Where's Your Head At podcast. If you have made it this far, and some people have run because they're scared. Some of them have said, "Babe, don't listen to
that." Run to your Bible. If you don't have Bible, open the Bible app and put it on your pillow.
Right now. It's your boy KD.
King Grooves, Snowden.
Snowden's replacement.
And we got a special guest in the building. State your name.
It's Roz.
From GTG. GTG's
yes,
finest.
baby.
So let's talk about this, because do you know what? Apart from the show itself, I want to know how these shows are ran, because it's very interesting to me. Right?
The behind the scenes.
You were on Are You the One?
Yes, I was.
Paramount.
Yes. Go watch it if you haven't watched this.
Talk to me, right? So obviously,
did you have to sign NDAs for after the show?
Well, I'm on exclusive contract with them until like next year, but some ish happened, so I'll tell you afterwards. Some ish happened with them, so I feel very free at the moment, anyways.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right. So this, like, I know what it's like. If you've watched Love Island,
it's Love Island on steroids.
All the same type of thing.
On steroids. No, mine is way worse than Love Island.
Yeah.
They didn't show half the crazy that happened. They have a room designated to fucking. Okay. It's called the Boom Boom Room. You were not allowed in there unless that's what you were going to do.
Okay, just knocking.
Just knocking.
And people are just.
Yeah.
Were there guys in your house that were knocking people that they're supposed to be with and people they're not supposed to be with? Oh, man.
Okay.
There was a guy on the show, I think he knocked 3 girls.
Okay.
All in that room. Okay. Another one, 2 different girls. Yeah, there was a lot of knocking. I didn't knock anybody.
That's mad. Do you know what's mad?
I don't want to get my destiny.
I didn't knock anybody.
I'm just think, draw my wave, logistically speaking. Yeah. So you and I in the same house looking for the love of our lives.
Yeah.
And then you're not telling me that this guy that knocked 3 girls, one of the guys is supposed love of his life, and one that is the love of your life, and one that is the love of my life. I hear my wave.
I marry you.
It was so messed up.
I meet you, I'm not supposed to say, yes, you're the love of my life. And then when I leave,
I think that was the hardest thing about it, because I feel like when you're on it, you can't have certain morals. Like, it's different for Love Island, because Love Island, you get to choose who you want to be with. Okay. In our ones, our perfect matches were chosen. Yeah. So I didn't have a choice on who my perfect match was, but I had to figure it out.
Guess what some people had a choice on? Who they hoping their legs to.
Yeah.
You could have made the decision to not enter the boom boom room.
Yeah. So if that's it, there was a good few of us who had we made the decision. We were never, ever, you will never catch us there. Me, as a Nigerian child. Yeah. Oh, they remember. You will not see me. It was called the boom boom room. The boom boom room. The only time that I was in there was when I had to change my wig, so they let me go there in case I didn't want to do it on like live camera. They were so respectful about that. But that was the only time you would have caught me in there. What?
Damn.
It was, my show was Love Island on steroids. That's right. And they pump us with alcohol as well. We're giving alcohol, tequila, vodka. We had a beer tap.
You're being asked to drink as well.
So we had parties. So you know the way in Love Island, they give them one bottle. No, we were given, it's when things became too rowdy for safety, they would take it away. If they felt like people were becoming too intoxicated, for safety, always they would take it away. But for us, man, we had shots of tequila, shots of vodka, wine, rosé, beer tap.
Wow.
What? I remember there was one time there was a massive fight. Guys, we did a competition. I don't drink beer, but it was a competition to see who could down it the quickest. Wow. And obviously I took part in it because I knew I was going to win. Guys, I was passed out. I didn't even hear the fights. I was passed out on the daybed.
Wait. Wait, so you... Oh my...
She doesn't even drink beer, you know. That's
I don't even
wild.
drink beer.
And so you passed out.
I passed out and it
And-
was a notorious fight. Like these girls were screaming and shouting at each other, you hoe, you skank, you ugly, your pussy's too wide. I missed the whole thing. I never got to see it. I heard about it after.
And so there's people from different nations.
So my one was the first global edition. So we had MJ who was from Amsterdam. You had Du, who was originally Spanish from Switzerland. Hamoudi, who was from, I think, Iraq, but grew up in New Zealand. Julia Ruth, who was South African, but grew up in New Zealand. Wow. You had 2 Australians, Clay and, oh gosh, I'm forgetting people's names. Clay and somebody, Sha. Then you had a huge bunch of Americans. You had English people as well. So you had Mikey, who was half Ghanaian, quarter Ghanaian, quarter Jamaican, and half English. You had Nathan, who was fully Jamaican, also from England, Courtney and Ollie, and then I was the only one who was Irish on it. Everyone else was American. So half the population was like American.
Okay, half of them were American.
Yeah, we'll say about half of them.
Well, and the rest from more or less that side of the world.
Yeah, everywhere else.
And you're, who were you paired up with?
I was paired up with a professional basketball player.
Okay, so
An upgrade of my ex. American, yeah. Who
Why
also
did you say-
happened
why
to
did you say
have
upgrade
Eastern
of your ex?
European background. So a lot of us were trying to figure out how, they paired us. But something I'd clocked with him, like I remember on day one, they come in and they're like, in confessionals, they're like, give us your top 4. Just to like see who you feel and all that stuff, to just create like chat. He was in my top 4 because I remember saying what my type was. I remember talking about my ex. I talked to this guy and he says his name is Leo Savet. I said, your last name is a bit interesting. He goes, yeah, it's Eastern European. I said, okay. And then I was like, what do you do? He has a massive basketball jewelry thing. I said, okay. He says professional basketballer. I said, okay. So upgrade of my ex.
Was your ex a basketball?
I met my ex playing basketball in college.
Oh, yeah.
You played basketball.
He's Eastern European.
And he's Eastern European.
Fantastic.
So you just basically better your ex.
They bettered my ex.
Hey,
this one came with money and he's actually a good guy.
Oh, wow.
He just fell in love with somebody else on day 3.
But like, so how, like, cause I didn't watch the show. That's sad. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But let's move on so you don't cry. Now, okay. How? Cause I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah. Is it that you find your match and stay with them, or just find your match?
You're supposed, that's the aim of the game, is to kind of like figure out your match. You've been paired up for like reasons, and then you're supposed to kind of like stay with them. But like the logic behind our show was that they've paired us up, we don't know who we're paired up with. Every week you do a challenge, and there's this thing called a true booth. So that's the only thing that tells you if someone is a match or if they're not a match. So if you go and it will say perfect match, and if you're not a match, it'll say no match. So then you know that person needs to switch up. Where things become difficult is people start to fall in love. Because there's no phones, there's no clocks, there's no books, there's no TV. We have nothing to do
but to
talk to each other. So people are falling in love. They can't help it because you'll find things that you're going to connect with. So at the end of every week, we have a matchup ceremony where everyone comes up and picks who they think their perfect match is. And there's 11 light beams. Those light beams represent how many perfect matches are sat beside each other, but they don't tell you who. So it's also a game of numbers. So if you keep the same amount of people together and you have low numbers, you know you need to switch it up. I remember there was a week where, guys, I started to lose my shit because the Nigerian in me was like, guys, and we're playing for $1 million. Bear this in mind. 22 of us get to split $1 million. We can go home with nothing if we don't get this right at the end of it. There was one week we had one night beam. Please tell me why the following week the guys choose the exact same people to sit beside. There was like 2 switches that I lost my shit on stage. I was like, do you not understand probability and statistics? I said, if we have one beam and if you think you're the beam, then your friend and his girl are not the beam. They're not the beam. They're not the beam. If he's the beam, you're not the beam. You're not the beam. Switch. And they didn't switch. I think it was only 3 of us who switched and I was one of the people who switched. I lost. I was like, guys, we'll actually go home empty-handed.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to have to take this much time off work only to come in to
not win anything. To not win anything with people driving me crazy as well.
Yeah.
And my perfect match had fallen in love with somebody else. I was not leaving with love.
So you knew you were not going to leave with love like early?
I felt like I wasn't going to leave very early on because it was very different because I feel like even maybe with like society, I think people fall in love very, very differently now.
Yeah.
It's not like not everyone gets to have the Dami Hope and India moment where they actually genuinely connect.
Click, yeah.
I like
Guys, remember that moment when flipping India runs to Dami?
that was,
Night
you know,
and
that was what I
it
envisioned in my
carries-
head.
Bro, that was a
I was like,
brilliant
not
moment.
everyone gets to live that moment.
Bro,
I was smiling.
It was so-
I was smiling.
Like that's what we all want, but
Yeah.
it doesn't always happen. And like, oh god, it doesn't happen.
Oh, David, you just keep that in your head.
I'm screaming.
Continue.
Say that out loud.
No.
No.
You have to say it out loud.
Say that out loud.
Say
I'll
it.
clap it up.
Nah, it's all right, bro. Trust me, it's all right. Trust me, it's all right. Continue.
I'm screaming. So it was a thing where like I found it hard to like people there because number one, I genuinely didn't think I was their type. I don't think they put. They didn't put. I'm screaming. No, Debbie, you have to tell us what's in your head. Tell us what's in your head.
This is the second time you've interrupted. You have to say it now.
You have to say it.
Alright, I was like,
You're crying. You have to say it.
no,
You have to say it.
I hadn't. So when I saw that, the way you said not everybody has that like Dami in India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking like, cause like sometimes like you can't carry it. It's too heavy.
I feel like that would low-key happen to me. I low-key feel like.
Imagine. Anyway.
Oh, that's so weird.
so
Like, some people can have it. It's just you need to go to the gym.
It's true.
Or you need to lose weight.
One of the two.
Oh, that's
Oh
weird.
god, I'm screaming. But it was a thing where I felt like a lot of the guys there were either not there for the right reasons,
Yeah.
or they just weren't attracted to you, and you can't force attraction on people.
Yeah.
You can have emotional connections with people, but not have physical connections with people. So it was a thing where I could feel a lot of that energy. And another thing, there was like a bit of an incident where there was this guy who turned around and said I was terrifying because like I spoke up. People actually feared
were
me.
terrifying?
Me. Me. Terrifying because I spoke up. So I started to realize a lot of people couldn't handle my attitude. And my attitude wasn't even that I was nasty. They just couldn't handle the woman of strength I was. I was not leaving there without the money.
Okay, class.
So I don't care about your feelings. I don't care. I will never tear people down. But if you're doing something silly, I'm going to
I'll
let
call
you know
out.
it's not the best game decision because at the end of the day, as much as it's for dating and love, there was a prize fund and it's we all win together or we lose together. But because you want to be a Lori Brew question and not leave with money.
So that,
No.
so that means you could have just played the game of pairing up with your person you're supposed to
That's
pair
what
up with.
happened. That's what ended up happening to me. I think I was the only girl who sat with someone different, and the only person I sat with multiple times was my perfect match.
Oh really?
I was the only person.
Because you knew.
It was a game of lights at that point for me.
Game
Because
of
even
lights.
at the point where I started to sit beside him, I've already sat with so many people, and I was like, statistics wise, these people can't be my partners.
Oh, so okay.
So by the time I sat with him-
it's just a simple game of numbers. So
Numbers.
You've made yourself okay.
Yeah.
I've sat with 7 people.
So there was
the
one
light
like
has been
beam.
off.
Majority, and then because we also have that thing that's called the trooper who tells you perfect matches, people start leaving the villa because once you're a perfect match, they take you to an all-star resort, kind of do like a honeymoon sort of thing, get to know who your perfect match is. So when people start to leave, the numbers become very limited.
And then you just
So you
know.
can sort of like pare it down. Like there was this one guy on it, Akel, sweetest guy ever. There was never a thing with him, but me and him just knew we weren't a match because we were too alike. I was like, there's nothing you can teach me. There's nothing I can give you. We're the same person.
Wow.
Yeah.
We sat there and we were like, straight away, we
That's
X each other
interesting.
off.
That's interesting. Like a lot of people say opposites attract, and then some people say like it's best to go with somebody like that's like you. That do you know what I mean? That kind of gets
Yeah,
you.
I think
What's
we
your
were.
opinions on that?
I think with me and Akel, we were too similar. Like he has gone through like a whole hospital ordeal, so I also understood the trauma behind it. Like when you haven't been part of trauma, when you're dealing with someone like that, you tend to be more empathetic for it because you've never been in that person's shoes. Whereas someone like me, if he's having a breakdown, I'll turn around and be like, pick yourself up. What the fuck are you doing? I may not be as empathetic to him because I've been there, and then that's not the type of person he needs.
He needs.
That's true.
We have far too much energy as well. The two of us. Then there'd be no one.
I used to always think
You might probably end up fighting.
We would. We used to
Yeah.
argue all the time.
I used to think that people like, for example, I'm an energetic person as well, but like I used to think that when if I was to get with an energetic baby, it would be like brilliant. Then I was chilling with some energetic babes, and I was like as friends, brilliant, and that means when we see each other in like at motives or whatever it
It's
is,
fun.
we can have a lot of energy together.
It can't be like that
It
all the
can't
time.
be like that all the
Because
time.
the issue is,
There can only be one crackhead.
fam, because
Yeah.
but the thing is when you come down,
Yeah.
now your missus is not there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
You get to
Yeah.
chill. Yeah, you
Do
need
you know
someone
what I
to
mean?
mellow and balance you
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So I was like, me and him, we knew we wouldn't have worked. I remember the day the recorders was, we sat there and we talked to me, and you were like, we know it's not us.
My guy.
Bro.
I have a question as well. Like, do you think we place too much importance on physicality nowadays?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Because I was just thinking in a kind of room like that, like let's just say the science behind it was correct.
Yeah.
Let's say that, like, these 22 people, if you 22 enter this relationship, and you did everything you're supposed to do, you will get married and you'll be in relationships for the rest of your life. Every one of you can walk out here with 11 successful relationships. But then people are so superficial. I was like,
Do you know what?
Yeah.
It's so true, because I was like, when I look at it, I can see why they paired me with my perfect match.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he's genuinely a great person. He cares about his community, as well as he doesn't play basketball professionally anymore, but now he coaches kids.
Okay.
So he spends a lot of time with kids. He cares about being family oriented. I could understand he's a go-getter. He's a driver. He works hard. So me and him, when we got to know each other, we were like, in another lifetime, maybe it could work. But because he had fallen for someone else, it was never going to work. And it was because of looks. Because in the very beginning, he was like, she's blonde. Her favorite color is pink. She likes this. She likes that. And I was a complete bipolar opposite.
Yeah.
So it was like, as much as we could have probably worked, even if he decided to come to me, I would have been like, that's what you went for.
Yeah.
And I look nothing like that. I no longer feel comfortable.
And at a point in time, you want me to emulate that, and I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
and I
do
can
that.
never be blonde.
Well,
Well, I could.
I was gonna say.
I could. You know what, guys? I was gonna make a TikTok, but then I was like, would
Bro,
that
you
be
could
trade
do-
shades?
You could do blonde straight, blonde
You know?
bob. But if you blonde, you know what I mean?
I'm telling you, you know how much you guys love the blonde bob on this board.
Blonde ball. Now, my question, right, is you see all that confessions, the
Confessionals. Yeah.
So how does that work? Because it's very intriguing to me. So, Michael and Mary are talking, and something happens with both of them in the villa, for example, and then there's a confessional, and then it's like, and Michael's like, he's like, don't know what to do, right? He's like very like, right? I'm thinking, so did you? And he's Michael has no top on. So did Michael finish that situation and go downstairs and tell them, narrate what happened upstairs?
That has the top on. I'm screaming.
Yeah.
So the way confessionals work is, so like, something has happened, so it's already happened, but when you come down to now talk about it, you have to talk about it in present tense rather than past tense.
Present tense.
So yeah.
So
then,
when Mary says in the
they might
confessional,
ask you,
I'm
how
gonna-
did
I'm
you
gonna go
feel
talk to
in
him.
that moment? They'll be like, okay, like Rosalind, how do you feel in the moment that David is talking to you now?
Yeah.
So instead of saying, I felt, I'm thinking, you wouldn't be saying thinking, you have to switch your words to present tense.
Okay.
So when David asked me this, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, blah, 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 but you can't say I thought. You can, so it has to be present. Everything has to be present tense for confessionals. So like, even when you're in that moment, the producers won't tell you what to say, but they might prompt the word. They'll be like, change this word and say this instead. So instead of saying I thought, they'll say you're thinking. So they'll never, the one thing I actually love about it is, like, I know a lot of people tend to think the producers tell you what to do. They don't. They never, ever, ever tell you what to do. They might place things strategically to try and see what would happen, but they'll never tell you what to do. So it's still natural.
So the one that cries, so it wasn't like, oh my god, Michael broke up with me, and she starts crying on the.
She's actually crying.
She's like, no, I know she's actually crying, but like, say she said I thought.
Yeah.
Rewind that cry.
What they might do is they might creatively chop it.
Yeah, okay.
Then my editing is wild.
Yeah, but them man edits are different.
Because you know, even with like Love Island, when they edit stuff, you know, everything you see on Love Island was shot a day ago, and even though it's live, it's still not live.
Nothing about
There's
that
still chop pieces up. I remember seeing something last year where Dami had a conversation, and as they zoomed out, Dami was walking away. Like he was standing there and he was walking away in the same clip. In the same clip.
There's many moments of that. You can't catch all of them.
Guys, it's fucking wild. And you like, we were recorded 24/7. I remember like at nighttime when I was finishing, I'd have to hand my microphone to the sound engineer. And when we did that, because they were finishing their shift, when you hand your mic back, it was like, I think it was like 2:30 or 3:30 at night. So I was up till 2:30 every night. I'd be getting up at like 8, 9 in the morning. They wake you up at that time for you to like start your day. There's microphones in your bed. You're recorded 24/7. The cameras are night vision cameras. They see everything.
So they see everything. So
Everything.
there's nothing that you can really.
The only places that were like genuinely private were the bathroom where you showered and where you peed. That was it.
That is mad.
They have every single corner. You could not hide.
Really?
You could not hide.
That's probably
They
why
catch everything.
That's why the villa rent is probably really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you,
It takes months to even set up
Yeah.
all those
Yeah,
cameras.
set up.
If it was your villa, they're gonna do some structural stuff to the villa
to
itself,
the villa, yeah.
and then you're gonna have to pay to get that back reverted. Or so it's like, of course you're paying me too.
They even used our villa for several shows. So I know X on the Beach was shot there as well. They,
X on the Beach.
X on the
I
Beach,
remember
yeah.
that.
They did
was
celebrity,
a
some
mad
celebrity
show.
thing. It's still going on, guys.
Is it?
X on the Beach is still on.
That is
What's
mad.
happening with these guys now?
No one really cares for reality TV anymore. Like my show used to be huge in America.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
It's still like now I think it's just all sort of fizzling out because people just feel like you go on these shows, it's never for love anymore.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
it's
it's
for
for
all the
sex
things that
and
you can
fame
come
and
out of
fucking-
it and fame out of it, and it's like
Yeah.
we didn't get that, but we got money in it.
Yeah.
But it's
At
like
least you make money. A lot of the other ones is not for money, just for
yeah.
literal.
But even Love Island now is dying down now. I feel like Dami's season was the last season that hit it big.
Yeah,
The
no.
Winter Love Islanders, no one hit 1 million followers.
Yeah.
Like even these
No, I
ones
think
currently
there-
at the
I think
moment.
there's a change.
Yeah, because they stopped letting people take over their social
Yeah,
media.
there's a change.
Because
really?
Dami's season was the last season to have it. Because now they want to stop it from like
Being a social media.
social media thing, all the bullying as well. So now if you're on Love Island, you now say I've gone off to Love Island. No one takes over your social media anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a lot of bummer.
So it's killed it. No
It
one has
is.
any reason to
Yeah.
go onto your Instagram page
Yeah.
anymore.
Cause like I've seen like, I really and truly I've never watched Love Island a single season in my life until
Dami
Dami came
Dami's
on.
season
Same
was
here.
the only season I
And-
actually
but the
stayed
whole
watching it.
concept of it, the whole like idea, it was enjoyable. I genuinely enjoyed watching Love
But, I
Island.
but it was great.
Yeah,
it was great.
It was great.
This new season, I watched episode 1 after that. I said, I don't
Yeah,
care.
my sister watches it, and I might catch a bit of it. Like I catch.
It's
like
also
10
good
minutes.
when you like know the person, because I remember like even when I flew out to mine, I was in quarantine for a week.
Yeah.
So I was sitting watching TV every day. I was watching Dami. I was waiting to see what Dami said. Even when I was still in my villa, I was like, guys, can you check and see if he's still in the villa?
yeah.
It's
Like
different
you
when
care.
It's different when you
You
see the person,
care.
you know the person that's on.
Yeah.
TV. But I think even this one, I think Whitney's on. Shout out to Whitney.
Whitney and Catherine.
Catherine. That's the
Catherine.
Irish one. I was
Yeah,
saying Whitney.
Whitney's Catherine.
Whitney is a UK
beautiful
one.
girl.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
When she popped up, I was like, guys, I think she's
Yeah.
actually the most attractive out of the lineup. I was so happy.
Yeah.
I was like, this
Yeah,
black.
I've
She was
literally never seen
so
her
beautiful.
before
I've
as well.
never seen her in my life.
I've seen her before, but like it's one of those ones that you see.
Oh, in passing.
Yeah, passing. But
Like, I've literally never seen it before.
yeah. I also know some people that I know. Like it's interesting. Love Island is interesting. Put it that way.
I think it
But
was
I would've
fun.
wa- I
Like
would've watched
it's different when you like live it now. Like when I sit back and I look at it and like I remember all the craziness and all the drama. You guys generally probably only see about 2% of what actually
Of what
happens.
happens. Yeah, of
Because I
course.
remember when I watched my season, I was like, they cut out this fight. This fight is not in it. Why is this fight not in it? Why is
Yeah.
this not there? And I was like,
Are you ever like aware of the cameras?
yeah, for us, because we didn't just have cameras on the walls, we had actual cameramen as
Oh,
well.
man are
I could
walking
be,
around.
I could be in the conversation with you now, and all of a sudden, somebody with a massive camera is just
So then,
standing there in front of me.
you're like, so like, say you're piping up like, sis, I don't like what you did, and the camera goes, sis, like honestly, no.
I'm sure there's some people that they were doing that.
There was people who did pipe up. The very first argument I had, it never made it to TV, but like I totally forgot the cameras there, and I think the African in me came out of nowhere. I think people were very, very shook, and I think this is why I terrified that guy.
Yeah.
Because the pop from 0 to 100 was very quick, but he thought that I was doing it for camera, not actually realizing I just didn't take disrespect.
It's not met a Nigerian girl before.
No, he had
0 to
no.
100 in like
I
faster than Tesla.
I'm screaming. I switched. You forget that the cameras are rolling, and then when you're there for a certain length of time,
Yeah.
you forget that there's cameras
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you start getting comfortable. Guys, I was off in wig like it was my house. I was offing wig. I would sit beside the pool. You think I'm entering the pool with my wig?
No
Pool full of
chance.
chlorine. Off that thing there and I entered. I didn't give 2 tosses eventually. Even I remember there was one scene they have where I took out my cornrows. I had the afro comb in my hair like this. Had half the cornrows. It was the one where we were winning though. So I was arranging people. I said, you sit here, you sit here. I didn't give 2 tosses. We're about to win $750,000. I didn't care what my hair looked like. Now that I'm off TV, I sat there and I said, Rosen, you really did this to yourself. That's forever out there.
That's forever out there.
That's forever out there. It looks crazy.
Speaking of pool, DLT Malta, do you guys see like snaps and stuff?
I'm going
like
next year.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks so sick.
I'm going next year.
You know what's mad to me? Yeah, I personally, I just couldn't be there because hear me.
You're
hear
a man
me.
of God.
I'm a man of God.
Yeah.
No,
that's- No,
like-
bro. No, sorry. Let me even tell you. Let me tell you some of the problems you face. The issue is because I know that you're on holiday and I'm on holiday.
Yeah.
All right. You're looking good. I'm looking good. I probably will never see you again.
Do you know, I've never done it. I've never had a holiday
No,
romance.
not that vibe.
Okay,
But I
okay.
can
Neither
know
have I as well.
Not that vibe, but like I remember when I was at Afro Nation, I was talking to people.
Yeah.
And like I didn't go there with that kind of mindset.
Yeah,
anyway.
for
I was
sure,
with my
for sure,
boys. But I was talking to people, and in mid conversation, I'd be like, like I get it.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't.
I understand it. I
Yeah, it's
understand
like-
it.
No,
I hear
'cause-
it, I hear it,
No,
yeah.
because I'm like, oh, we're just talking. I was like, I've literally never seen you before, and like, I could literally tell you anything in the world.
Yeah.
I don't have to care that. Oh, wait till I might bump into her next week. There's nothing like that.
That's true.
Man, I'm putting it on Instagram like, guys, help me, or Twitter, help me find this chick that I met in
literally,
the holiday.
and
yeah.
because they just share the moment.
No, and those moments, here's my problem. Here's my problem with going to like holiday. Like again, I've resigned, and this is what I've mourned it. I've grieved it. I've resigned.
Wait, have you even ever done any of those,
I
David?
haven't. But
Oh
Henry
my
was,
God.
Henry was there. It's a bit too late for me to even try. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because I can't even try and taste it. Here's me.
No,
I know-
no, you
Because
can't.
as a man,
What you have now is what people are trying to get.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if I go to those type of places, it's either I don't enjoy it at all. The reason I won't enjoy it at all is because like if I have to go right now to or was it last week to DLT Malta,
Yeah.
right? I would be so like right now I'll be so cautious and conscious of the fact that okay, first if people see me doing certain things or being certain places,
It'll destroy something you've been building.
I'll be, yeah, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
like, it's all that. So then you're just there like sitting on a flipping seat and just there, yeah, you're probably speaking in tongues to yourself. Do you know what I mean? So it's like why even
God may not be hearing you clearly.
No.
You're speaking tongues.
I'm
You're
gonna tell you
saying-
now,
you're saying-
God
you're
is
saying,
not
"Yeah,
at
that
DLT
back."
Malta.
Bro.
God is not at DLT Malta.
and then wait, so you want
No,
me
you're
to
saying yeah that back. Yeah, shit about
bro,
that
and
back.
my eyes are open and I'm seeing all this.
Yeah.
So
Because guys,
that's why I wouldn't enjoy it. So I've just resigned to the fact that those type of things just won't ever be for
you,
me, and I just can't.
And it's okay.
You can enjoy it to the fullest, do your thing,
Mm.
but as for I just know because if I was to unlock that side where I said
That door may not be able to close again. Listen, I've gone to Afro Nation once. I promise you.
I've been there. I've seen
I
it.
don't have. What Afro Nation did you go to?
Same one as you, 2019.
For real?
I was at the
I
same
don't think I
one.
knew you then.
No, you didn't know
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other then, but I was at the same one.
Bro, I promise you. See that Afro Nation here? We go on the strip
Jesus.
the night before. So because I landed on.
I landed the day before as
no, I
well
think
in the
I got there
morning.
Tuesday even.
You were there for a while
Yeah, I
then.
think
Because it started on a Thursday. It was
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I think I might have gone there.
4 days.
Yeah, I think I got there on Tuesday night.
A lot of us left on Sunday because I remember I was back in work on Monday.
Yeah, so I got there on Tuesday night and I left on Monday. I think.
Oh, wow.
No, you
really
could have
did-
left on Sunday. That means you didn't catch whiskey.
No, I caught WizKids, so I
What
left
time
the
was your
following
flight?
day. I left
Oh,
the
so-
following day. So was it 4 days?
Yeah, so you left on Monday.
I left on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
But
I was
bro,
not missing
we
it.
go on the strip, yeah. Like, you see me. I think the experience was really nice for me because first of all, I have never been to Nigeria, so I've actually outside of church environments, I've never seen just a place where there's just niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never.
And do you know what?
experienced
It was also very unproblematic. There was no like
that.
fighting or
Yeah.
I
anything.
think that's down to ratio though.
Really?
I think that's not
Yeah,
true.
because there's more girls than guys, isn't
Yeah,
it?
no, because the issue is like.
But you know what's so weird? I didn't think there was more girls than guys.
No,
I
there
would have
was.
thought, because obviously when
You
I'm
thought there was
there,
more man then?
I would have thought, no, I didn't think there was more man there, but I thought it was equivalent. Because, like, you know, I'm not going there to go look at babes. So I'm not going to spot
You
all
can't
the
see that.
babes.
You can't see
So
that.
I'm only noticing the guys.
No. It was way more girls than guys. Way more girls than guys.
Bro.
Yeah. Like
It was-
some guys
it was
that went
good
out there and
though.
they were janitors
I-
cleaning
I-
up.
I
know
remember
someone-
seeing
I
the
know someone
videos
that-
afterwards.
Yeah, I know
Oh
some- I know
my
someone that
God.
Cleaning up.
Yeah.
Like and it wasn't like, but it was because that holiday romance, bro. Literally, you can sleep with someone on that beach and never see them again. And
your
you see
life.
them
It's
for another
true.
3 days.
And do you know what? Do you know what's mad about this type of idea? Yeah, is that you go there, right, and all it takes is eye contact. Trust me.
That's all it takes.
It is. It is all
Because
it
you
takes
make
is
eye
eye
contact with
contact.
somebody, and she makes eye contact with you.
I know somebody
and you-
who
yeah.
met at Afro Nation and they're married.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. I heard the story. Like, I don't know them personally, but that's what I heard their story was. He met her on Afro Nation
Yeah.
and they got married last
And he
year.
said, my guy goes, yeah, locking it up.
Yeah,
Coming
he said,
Yeah,
this one,
I don't know
I'm
if they
taking you home
did
forever.
anything at Afro Nation, but that's what I heard. That's how
Yeah.
they met. Was at Afro Nation.
Yeah.
He saw her at Afro Nation.
Are they
That
both
was
from
it.
the UK?
The girl is from Ireland, but she moved to the UK,
Yeah,
and he's in the UK. But
strong.
Strong. I was saying, bro, is that you know, is that lock when you lock, and is this type of lock that you know that. No, let's move past each other.
Yeah, no,
and there's
'cause-
a lock that is on.
Yeah, bro. And the issue is it all comes from the foundation.
Yeah.
The second you
Yeah.
land, bro, I landed, I got off the plane, I said,
Afro Nation
just
was
niggas
just,
were just trying, and bro, I would just see people, I was like, I was good. I don't know you, but we're greeting each other.
Yeah.
It was good, my
We're
guy.
all here together.
Do you get
yeah,
me?
it was
Yeah.
really good vibes.
It was, I like, but the thing is, I've experienced it once, and I don't feel the need to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I do. And if I was to do it, like I do, you know,
DLT is really cool.
It's like the
it's older people.
vibe.
Yes.
Yeah, like maybe
I heard you.
25.
man, I
and
need
up,
to start
which
going
is
to
calm.
events that are 25 and up because I look young. People think I'm young, and these small boys that should be
They're pulling
doubling
up to
are
you.
approaching me, and I'm
Yeah.
not here for it.
Yeah, because them from some a 21-year-old with chest, you say, yo, what you saying?
Nah,
And I'll be like,
one of my close friends, she's real pretty as well. So it's like one of the she's 26. Right? So but when like man from Tala, like me and her being Tala, wherever it is, and like young man, who you saying B? You alright? Like
Yeah.
UK accent randomly, but like proper like saying like what's the story? And she's like, you're like my little brother. You're my little brother's age. Like,
Literally.
There was-
Here's a phone, we're going to get yourself some McDonald's.
I'm screaming. Do you know what? While I was in church, not church, I was in Tesco last week, but I bumped into this lady who was a deacon in church. And she said to me, she was like, Rosin, I think we need to start dating younger. She was like, you should start looking at the younger guys. She said, I would offer my sons, but I was like, personally, I don't think she knows one of her sons is gay, but.
I need some milk.
milk.
Damn.
One of her sons. For sure, it has to be gay. And then the other one, I don't know what she said there. I was like, I'm not really trying to date your
Are you
sons.
open to date younger though?
I just don't feel like younger men would be up to like the maturity level that the guys my age are not even up to my maturity level. And now I think a 25-year-old would.
So
I'm not saying
would you-
everybody.
Would you date like a 34, 35?
But then when they're like 34 and then you also then had to start looking at why aren't you married? What were the problems? Why are you 34 and single? What happened?
you see.
It's really hard to date at the age I'm at now.
Something has to give in your mentality. Something has
No.
to give.
I'm not saying I would judge, but what I mean is like I'm extra cautious.
I know, but the thing is you can't not want to date a younger guy and then also
No, I
overly
see.
question
I'm
an
not
older
saying
guy.
I'm not saying I wouldn't because I don't think everyone is like that. But those are just the things you have to
top of your
worry
head,
about.
like,
It's a valid question to ask.
You have to
very
worry
valid.
about-
Like,
Yeah,
if I happen to be married, like if say I was it's very possible that a 35-year-old man was just so focused on his career and
Exactly.
like,
Because there's a
now
few
he's looking to start
options.
dating.
You could be 34 and be like, I've focused on my career,
Yeah.
and you know what? I've now made it to top of my career. I'm ready to have a business. That's fine. It could also be like you were in a long-term relationship,
Yeah.
engaged, and then it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Then
Or
it
you
could
were
also
never
be
interested in a
you were just
relationship.
never interested in a
You just wanted to
relationship. You have
just-
spread your seed all around the world. you have spread your seed all around the world.
Father Abraham.
Father, exactly.
Mama.
Father Abraham, and now you're now ready to settle down.
Father
What
of
bag
many
baggage do you
neutral.
come with? What baggage do you come with? There's so many different reasons, but those are things you now have to start thinking of at that age. I feel like now that at the age I am, you have to, like, I have to triple think when I'm dating someone now.
Yeah.
It's no longer just a natural,
Yeah.
unless it's like a friendship that ends up becoming something else.
Do you have a pact?
A pact of us.
I've heard this before. Like a lot of people
good.
have pacts with like two. Let's say
Best
Guy friends.
friends.
Best
Like,
friends.
when we're
No,
30,
no,
even
no,
now.
no, no,
Okay,
you don't have a pact.
I have a question, right? Do you think that because you're the older you get, right, the more you have to think about, you triple think about the person that you want to date.
Yeah.
But do you feel like that's like gets in the way? Because when you're younger, like there's less factors. You know, when you're a 21-year-old chick or 21-year-old guy, you get in relationships, there's less factors. You're not thinking so much about
Now
everything.
you know more. You
Now
know
you know.
exactly what you want.
Right, but then do you think that gets in the way? Because
It
like,
does.
Yeah.
Because especially like being like a girl as well, we're taking time clocks.
Yeah.
So it gets to a point where like now I'm 28. Like if I'm not going to do another 3-4 year relationship with someone that's gonna feel with, no. I'm 28 now. If you're moving to me, you've got to be
Let's
serious.
Be quick. Let's be quick.
You it doesn't even have to be quick, but you just have to be serious. There's no playing around here with me. Like
I just saw a ring on your hand. I see, like that ring, guys. Married Rose looks good, yo.
Thanks. Where's the husband?
Don't worry,
We
it's
that can
coming.
chef it
It's
up.
coming.
Do you see, guys? This week I tried to make fufu from scratch.
What
Plantain.
Plantain. Oh,
Yeah, so you can use, so you have to use unripe plantain, and then you put it in a blender with water, and then you just stir and you mix it.
Yeah,
That's
you're
it.
a good
you
cook.
cook,
You're a
yeah,
good
you
cook.
cook.
You're a very good cook.
Thanks.
Just pray that you don't get a guy
Ooh,
from Glasgow or UK.
No. Mr. Munch, Mr. 50 pounds was from London. I've learned my lesson.
Boys, I said boys, as if you're one
It's
of
okay,
the
I'm one of
lads.
the boys now.
What's it called? I went to a restaurant the other day. I've heard warehouse. It's actually good.
Let's talk about the warehouse cafe.
Have you
I want to
gone?
go.
I went on Thursday.
When are they
Out of 10,
open?
out of 10.
I'll be honest. I'm very, very honest. Okay, so let me just break it down real
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
I got the starters, which was the spring roll,
Yeah,
two
the-
puff and chicken wing.
Chicken wing, yeah.
Now, chicken wing was brilliant. The spring roll was actually very, very good.
Puff, no sugar.
No sugar.
sugar.
No sugar.
No sugar at all.
But that starter was good. It was okay. It's like everything
Like
okay.
you didn't pay for that. It's
didn't
just
pay
it's
for
like
that.
small chops. You just
Oh, this
No,
gives
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then-
what drink did you get?
Chapman. I got
Chapman.
Chapman was brilliant.
But it
Chapman
was a bit
brilliant.
too sweet though.
I don't mind.
I'm gonna learn to make Chapman.
I
I need to
had
know.
to dilute with water.
I didn't. It was sweet. I took two. Anyways,
Ice cream.
and it was like a big portion, like a big cup as well.
Yeah. What
It looks
meal did you
huge.
get?
For the chicken one, the chicken
I got
platter.
chicken platter. Listen to what you got for 25 quid.
Jesus.
I've seen a jollof rice.
I got jollof rice. You got yam, plantain. You got salad.
Salad.
You got chicken corn. And then
A whole chicken.
a whole,
a
no,
whole-
half.
It's half a chicken.
Is it half?
It's
It's half a chicken.
I got the whole.
Nah, he didn't.
No, half chicken is the breast, the
And the
thigh, and the drum, and the wing.
Yeah.
When you get two of them, it's a whole
Okay, I
chicken.
got
Yeah.
okay.
It's like just like Nando's.
Massive.
It's massive.
It's a
And
lot of
then
food.
Corn and then they not put the prawn on top.
Yeah. Nah, I'm allergic to seafood, so.
Oh, you told him to remove
You're
it.
allergic to
yeah,
seafood?
yeah,
Okay.
I got the prawn on top. The prawns, every like, and then you know that little sauce.
Yeah, it was hot. It
That's
was
how
hot.
they didn't-
It was hot.
It was hot.
That's how
It
they
was
do.
hot.
But that's
Yeah,
the
But that's for the yam.
Yeah, for the
Yeah,
yam.
but
For
it
the yam.
was so hot. I got another one.
Yeah, you got
It was
to-
so hot.
Yeah,
and
you're a
so
bad man.
spicy.
Yeah, you're a
Bro,
bad man.
It was so. No, sorry. It was. I said so hot and spicy. It was hot and spicy, but
But
the
it
flavor was
tastes
strong.
good. So as
I would
did-
give it overall from
That's
my
what I did.
experience. But the only qualms I have with it is the time.
I've heard. So that's what I've
Yeah.
heard. Everyone
But
says
I've
it
been-
takes,
I've been
but
in- yeah.
I think it's because they make it from scratch.
They do.
That's why.
I've been in UK restaurants. I've been in, ones in London, Manchester. It's not. There's the same story all throughout. They take time. I've been in restaurants for 2 hours before. Yeah. The Nigerian restaurants, 2 hours.
Bro, that was wrong with our
Jamaican.
people.
Jamaicans are a little bit quicker, but it's all the same story. So I'm not gonna minus them too much on that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a common thing. Until we figure out how to sort that out, that's the thing. Overall, from the taste and even the customer service, I'm giving it an 8. I'm giving it an 8. Like
Yeah,
it was really good.
I was actually gonna say.
Are they open on Sundays?
I
I
think
think
they might
they
be.
open on Sundays. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say like 7 to 7.5.
Yeah.
I like the jollof rice for me was amazing.
Yeah, Jollof
Jollof
was
was
great,
good.
man. They did a great job. They did a great
Like,
job.
the only thing for me was the chicken. Yeah.
Yeah.
The chicken was good, but it was good flavor, but plain. There's nothing African about it.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like if
Yeah.
you're done
Good
like
flavor, though.
good flavor. But if it's like a suya on the outside, for example,
bro, if they just try suya as long, if they try to do
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
suya,
Suya chicken, it actually bang and it makes sense with
Exactly,
the platter. It
and-
would make sense with the platter.
Exactly. The amount of food you get for 25 quid is crazy.
I've seen it.
that's what
Portion
'cause
size.
genuinely when I went there, the person I was with asked me what I rated and I said 7. But it was then I paid 8.
Yeah.
Because I only paid
The
30
portion
quid
size was crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
for the
Because
Chapman and
Chapman
the
A
is-
Chapman and the thing.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, it's
I
actually
need to
really
start
good.
doing
Yeah,
this.
it's really good. It's really good. What else? The other thing, there was some, with the white restaurants I would go to, yeah, the detail that they do, or the detail that they put into things, the way, like, they didn't have a menu, for example.
yeah.
So you didn't even know if you could like order fish or the chicken? Because
Exactly.
the first time I seen it, I saw chicken everywhere. Then I saw someone else recently when
Yeah,
they had fish.
They do fish, chicken, prawns, and then steak.
They do steak.
Yeah.
Do you know when you were talking all of this, all of a sudden that popped into my head. I was like,
This should be
Rosin,
lovely
you need to
steak.
make suya steak.
Yeah. But
No,
like, all of this was so good. And for me, the thing is the thing that I don't like sometimes and kind of frustrates me is you've done this big thing,
Yeah.
but then
Oh,
you don't
we
have
always
a
do it
menu on the
halfway.
table.
Do you know what? Do you know
I
what
feel
think?
like it's the same with heritage. Like
It is.
heritage
Yeah.
and
But
see the
these
way it
man have
looks.
surpassed- do you know what? I was even having a conversation with my brother. I said like heritage is heritage because it's heritage. Now I know that's just a crazy statement, but heritage is like Nigeria and Ireland, and I think
And Nigerians like it for
that's
what it is.
okay for them. Do you understand? Like for example,
Okay, I
And
get what
main
you
clientele in
mean.
Heritage is older people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I go to heritage, I know why I'm going to heritage because I want to get this, and that in the next like 10 minutes,
But
And carry it home.
depending on yeah.
Or
No,
circumstance.
But you're not.
actually, if you want it frozen,
Yeah.
you can walk out there in 10 minutes.
exactly.
I don't even mind getting it frozen
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Because
but
I would
if-
rather do that than wait.
More time. If you go to heritage, like you're going there to go in and out or get something, and the waiting time is not the same as a restaurant. Like you know what I mean. So heritage has its place, and I think it's okay for what it does. And then when we go to like warehouse, I don't even know what the name is because warehouse.
Warehouse Cafe.
Warehouse
No,
Cafe.
but that's warehouse cafe is the name of the.
But
actual
they're in
place.
there.
Yeah,
They're
so
in Warehouse
it's just
Cafe.
called Warehouse Cafe.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair play. Like again, the menu idea, I thought it was a great business idea because they don't have to worry about their venue. They don't have to like rent out a venue.
Yeah.
They just under an existing.
Yeah, so the
business.
Warehouse Cafe closes at 3 p.m. and then
They
have
keep it open.
So it's a great way to start the catering thing, But yeah, there's still a massive mountain to climb, but I think because we are so starved of African restaurants in Ireland,
That
like,
we're taking it. I'm like, oh my god.
we're like,
this is
oh my
amazing.
god.
I'm trying to get my sister to do one. My sister, I know Snowden usually gets her meat pies because my brother actually told me one time. He was like, once the Where's Your Head At Boys was at our house. So like my sister can really cook. If you guys think I can cook, she's better than me.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is that she lives in Carlo.
Yeah.
Pastries by Pedro, that's her.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I went to a party actually. I went to a party. I had some meat pie. And I took some home. It was at Lacon's house. And
That was my sister's.
Yeah,
That's my sister's meat pie.
Yeah.
Like the problem is that she lives in Carlo, but like for her to move to Dublin now
you
because
have an
of
older sister or younger?
yeah, an older sister. I have a younger sister as well.
I never knew you had to.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Okay.
I have always assumed that she has siblings, but I just never. Like,
Oh, I
I've
come from
always thought
a
you
massive
just have
family tree.
brothers.
So my family tree is very complicated.
Oh, okay.
So because I'm the only child between my mom and my biological dad, but my mom got remarried to someone who had kids. So I have 4 step siblings and then I have half siblings. I come
your
from a
dad?
very no, that's just my mom's side. I'm pretty sure I have more on my dad's side as well that I don't even know about.
oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So like I'm just really close to her. That's why I call her like my sister. But
Well,
she's my sister. Like we grew up
Yeah, of
together.
course, your sister, yeah.
So her like
How much older?
she's 3 years older.
Okay.
Yeah. So like she cooks everything, man. But because she lives in Carlo, that's why she can't set something up here. To now move to Dublin with mortgages and everything now,
that's smart,
crazy.
that's smart.
She would make bank.
We need someone to just like just
Like,
throw
yeah,
in
'cause
billions.
I think the problem with
People have told me to do it, but I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that
Yeah.
workload.
having
What?
a restaurant and let's be
Do you see our guy? What's his name? Fatal's brother, Michael.
yeah.
No, not Michael.
Oh, Gabriel. He
Gabriel.
spoke.
He did a TikTok about
He did a TikTok and broke
restaurants,
down.
broke it down.
Opening a restaurant.
A restaurant.
I'm screaming.
Opening a restaurant doesn't seem like a good business idea. It doesn't make any
No.
sense.
It's easier
It
to
doesn't
just
seem
do
like
it
it
from
makes
your house and then like carry it onwards from there.
Yeah.
Like people say to me all the time, they're like, start selling your seafood boils and your ayamase. I'm like, yo, the work in that, it's crazy.
Yeah, no,
Delivering,
it's not easy.
crazy.
Yeah, it's not easy.
And the problem as well is Nigerian food doesn't have like a. It's not like a steak, you know. Like if you go to most restaurants, steak is salt and pepper.
Yeah.
On this side for a few minutes,
So
on
we
that
have
side for a few
we have
minutes. Do you
seasoned,
get me?
bro.
Yeah.
And put it on the plate.
It's not easy. Like the processes we do, like with my ayamase, like the way I make it, like people tend to like blend their pepper and then strain out the water. Guys, I grill my pepper.
Yeah, grill the pepper.
So I have to grill it, to blend it, to then strain it, to fry it, to season it.
And
and
almost for somebody to now say you came 25 minutes late and I didn't like
break
the
down.
like so I said, like I understand the work that goes into cooking our stuff is crazy, you know. So the reward has to be high if you're going to make it.
It needs to be worth it.
It needs to be so like you have to see a massive reward in it. If not,
Yeah.
you're going frustrated, like, you know.
If and technically speaking, you know the 25 quid for the plate. That's what's it called? It's cheap.
It's ridiculously
It
cheap.
is
Guys,
cheap.
I went to
Because-
Tesco to go and buy chicken, right? You know the pack of chicken thighs.
Yeah.
€4 something.
Smart.
Crazy.
Bro, even Nando's, it's
Yeah.
20 quid for half chicken with two sides.
For two sides,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you get
And
me?
they have so much more.
That's what I'd rather this, but the problem for me was
time.
It's time and it's bait, man.
Yeah, it's
Not,
bait.
not like
yeah.
a bad, not like a like. I'm happy.
Oh,
that-
everyone knows about it now. So.
No, not even that. Like I'm happy that people go to this type of thing. It's just that I knew everybody in the restaurant, and I was like, restaurant experiences are not that I know everybody. They're
Yeah,
just like
you
I'm
just
with
wanna
the
be
person
private
I'm
with the person,
and
yeah.
everyone else I don't know.
See,
so,
I'm from Carlo. No one knows me.
yeah.
You'd be
No,
surprised.
no
No
one,
one knows
everybody was kind of like literally people coming in, oh, what's up? And I'm just like knuckle touching everyone that comes in. I'm like, it's cool, but
It's
like
cool,
at the
yeah.
same time, but like I just want to, I don't want to talk to anybody else.
Yeah.
It's you guys that are bait. It's not the place. It's you that's bait.
Oh, no, when I
Because
was
me,
there-
I'll go to the same place as you guys and people won't know me.
Yeah, I went on Friday, and I walked in on 3 aunties left.
Yeah.
Then there was a table of 3 girls, a table of 2 girls, and then me and the missus.
Yeah.
And as we were finishing up, an older couple
Yeah.
came in, Nigerians. I was like, I love seeing that.
Oh yeah.
Do you get me? Because
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah,
there's
lovely.
there's a lot of places like that they'd like to go to. Like,
Yeah.
and I can understand that. Listen, I'm Nigerian. I don't want to eat pasta.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you get
Guys,
me?
I've reached that point where, like, when my sister came over to my house this week, she was like, all you cook is Nigerian food now. And it's so shocking considering how I grew up. I've been making curries, I've been making pasta. I just can't anymore. I feel like if it's not Nigerian, I ain't going to eat it.
Yeah, but
It's
we're
making it
fed
harder
up.
for me to diet as well. Because how am I dieting and eating ayamashi?
Yeah. Because bro, you can't put our food on what do you call it? My Fitness Pal.
Bro,
No.
you know, I tried to do it one time. Jollof rice. I said, bro, I knew that it was inaccurate. It was.
Have you seen 100 grams of rice before?
Yeah.
Rice is
Tiny.
a
Bro,
lot.
the rice we probably eat 500 grams, 600 grams of rice.
Yeah, we're
Persistent.
eating well over 1,000 calories whenever you eat those plates
Persistent.
of
And everybody
jollof.
eat 3 of those meals a day. What would you want to lose?
You can't lose. You can't lose it. You're not gonna lose it.
Wait.
No, I even wondered. I was like, I don't know what changed because my body has changed recently. I've gotten a lot thicker, and I kept on
I mean-
thinking to myself, I'm screaming.
Do you know for what
Men
you-
never think it's a problem until you become fat. You know the difference between being thick and fat is very
very
thin
thin,
line.
very thin.
A very thin line.
When she said that, I was like, don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything.
You know me now. You know
Men
me.
don't
Oh, you. Because I was going to be like, I'm in. I was like,
Very thin line between thick and fat. And I kept on thinking to myself, I was like, what have I done that has
but
made
thick-
me
thick is
change
good, man.
weight?
Thick is good.
Thick is good, but my metabolism is slowing down the older I'm getting.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm eating the same stuff, but it's shaping me different now, yo.
Yeah.
What? That last pod that I was on when you guys were done, and I sat there and I watched back and I could see my rolls. I was hoping someone confused my stomach as part of my tummy. I'm being so serious. I sat there and I was like, yeah.
Nah, man. I like what. Let's be honest. Don't worry about it, man. When Dave said, "I've been through thick and thin. She's already thick, so I'm halfway there." That's a beautiful lyric. You know?
beautiful lyric.
Might steal that for my Instagram caption.
Yeah, use it.
I'm sure Dave won't mind.
He won't mind. he won't
No.
mind,
I'm
he
sure
won't mind.
I've used this stuff before.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, bro. It's been.
Yeah, where's your head at?
It's been good. Where's
Oh
my
my
head at?
god.
Few things, man. I have a good few things that it's been. I got to rest on Friday, Saturday.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so
That's
my,
good.
my I had clients that cancelled on Friday, so I just Smiley, what's up? Let's go flipping let's go eat, bro. So me like I'm not gonna eat with my brother in a long time, you know what I mean? So let's go eat. We went to Lemongrass in City West, very good restaurant actually.
No, for real.
Go.
What do you
Lemongrass is
I'll
really
send you the
good.
link, very good.
It's Thai
Thai
restaurants.
restaurant,
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Trust me. So I went there with him, just to last the evening, and then Saturday as well. Rested, just very very relaxed. So that was good. So today, this evening we have social night for Open Circle, just like a brand new event concept where it's
Yeah.
like just go out and socialize and play games and have fun. Like no like praying or stuff like that. Just kind of like the fun aspect of it as well.
Yeah.
And we're launching our website and our merchandise on today. So
Yes.
so like yeah. So
I
like
love that.
Milestones, very new things. That's very big.
What's the website called?
OpenCircle.ie.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Put it out there, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. OpenCircle.ie.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
GTG got you. We share it too.
Yeah. So that's that, and it's gonna launch today, and
That's great.
the merch is gonna come out soon as well. But we have like we're showcasing it today. So that's that, and then we have tour coming up in the end of the month. So just very, and then the live show now beginning to conceptualize
Oh my
ideas.
God.
Now it's becoming real. Yeah.
Now it's
Yeah.
real. So because people people came up to me yesterday like, God, we have tickets, we can't wait. So like, okay,
Love
cool.
that,
So
babe.
we it's all the ball is rolling. The ball is
Yeah.
rolling. So it's always good, man. What about you?
Bro, I had a very difficult conversation on Friday evening
Oh gosh.
with the missus.
Yeah.
Just, she basically vocalized where I have been in my head this year. She, I don't know if I should say it, but she said to me, she goes, when I met you, one thing I liked about you was that you're very integral
Yeah.
because you've kind of lost your way a bit.
Difficult.
She's a real one.
She said you've lost your way a bit.
Damn.
And like this week is probably when I start implementing things, even like because it was supposed to be for us to talk. It was supposed to be the day for us to talk. So when I first met her, I said something to her along the lines of like, I'm not kind of reaching my potential type of thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to commit to a few things. And then she now went to say that. I was like, yeah.
Damn.
I was like, so it's kind of like, it set me up in a weird way in my head. Did you get me?
But she's a real one for even
always
being
been,
able to
yeah,
spot
bro.
that
I
out.
promise
So your
you-
best mirror.
I'm not gonna lie, she had a conversation with me last week and it nearly brought me to tears. And I was like, she was part of my, I love, like whenever I'm like in like a prayerful mood or just even sometimes where I just feel like I'm talking to God and stuff like that, I like to be thankful for people who have done stuff for me like that
for
week.
Sure, for sure.
And she was one of mine for this week from the conversation she had with me.
called you,
Yeah.
She's real, man.
Bro,
she's like
She's
That
a
was-
special
she
person.
she's not gonna cut corners. She's gonna tell you how exactly how. it is.
Yeah.
The thing is it was like, you know, when that was probably one of the first few times I've heard something that difficult lovingly.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah,
It's like she understood how to present me that information.
Yeah.
I was just like, I can't like.
You can't even be defensive.
And like I didn't need to be. Do you get
Yeah,
me? It's
for
like
sure.
it's like you just voiced my inner thoughts. It's like you read my mind type of thing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where my head is at. Like it's stuck in that place. Do you get me? Do you get me? And
A
also the
woman
live
will
show
do
as
that
well.
to you.
What?
A woman will do that to you.
Yeah.
A good woman would
good
do that
woman,
to
yeah,
you.
for sure.
That's kind of where I'm at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm jealous of Snow.
Very jealous.
Jealous
On
of
holidays, we all are.
And do you know should I tell you what I'm actually jealous of? The main thing, it's like you can actually go anywhere and eat like the food that
The
you
best.
want.
The best.
Like the best food that you want, whatever.
Doesn't have to worry about no Nando's. This
bro,
man's eating
bro.
like whatever he wants. Oh, amazing. Ross, where's your head
Where's my head at? So I feel like I'm in a very good, lucky, blessed phase. So as you guys know, I was in a car accident last week. So like, it's so weird that how something so horrible I still came out so okay out of. So like I was in church today.
Thank God.
And it was in the church that I used to talk about and really made me feel uncomfortable. But the pastor's kid there graduated. And she was doing like Thanksgiving. So she came up and she got on stage and she was singing, and she sang a song that I wrote for the church choir years ago, and it was like we were given this little task to go off and write something, and it was the song that I wrote said "Thank you, Lord," and one of like the lyrics in it was like, "Thank you, Lord, for being my guide. Thank you, Lord, for giving me life. I know that words can't explain what you mean to me, but I think I'll begin with thank you."
Wow.
And I sat there, and I think it was the
got
first
bars
time.
still.
That's a very good song. Send it to Hillsong or Bethel. They'll play it after you.
Little talent unlocked. And I sat there, and it was like, number one, it was just something so strange how something from the past brought so much comfort to me, considering something horrible that had just happened. And then, even though it helped me, it was also really beautiful to see how my words helped her.
Else. Yeah, it's amazing.
And I was just like, right. And it just like, it kind of like made me feel like God saved me from that car accident for a purpose. Like I'm here for a reason. And he's not done with me here. And I think I caught that little glimpse this morning.
Seeing the picture of that car, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. I feel like God wraps me in bubble wrap.
He did.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. She walked in, she goes, I was in an accident. And she just goes, here's a scar.
And here's the picture.
And then I was just like, oh shit, are you okay? And then she shows me the car. I was like, oh shit, are you okay?
Like, is this? Am I talking to Ross right now? Can I touch you?
Angelic.
Nah, it was wild. It's wild. It's wild.
So
It's very important. Like so you mentioned something, right? And I was thinking about it because I was having a conversation on Friday about it, right? It was like I was on a walk. I go on prayer walks in the nighttime, and so I think prayer walks anywhere else in the world should be okay except from Tala. like Tala prayer walk is just very different.
What are you doing here?
Like bro, broski, I'm praying in tongues but I'm always looking at my back. I'm always
gosh.
Yeah, it's
rough, like.
It teaches you warfare. Spiritual warfare.
Both physical, spiritual.
I'm screaming.
But I'm there praying, right? And then I remember a car went mad close to me, yeah. And then I was like, and I thought about death just very quickly, and then I was like, if I was to go now, so bear in mind I'm praying, but I'm also thinking of like, if I was to go now, I would have gone praying, right? Now, but then again, I was just thinking about that. What is that a testament to? That is a testament to the type of person I am. Okay, what type of person am I? I had the Irish flag on me. I go around with the Irish flag and pray. Right? So I wrap the Irish flag around me. I walk around and pray. I pray for Tala.
Is there a particular significance to that?
Yeah. I'm praying for the nation. I'm praying for people. I'm praying for.
So it's just an intercessory type of moment for you.
Like, yeah. But although I'm praying for myself, although I'm praying for everything else, I also wear that as a scarf. But I'm also praying for. I also pray for people
the nation
in
and
Ireland.
people.
I pray for Ireland. I pray for communities. I pray for like just so many. I spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that, and so I'm thinking, okay, what if I died like that? What type of person am I? Person who is I die praying. I'm not gonna die praying, but if I die praying, what type of person am I? Person that prays, and okay, why was I praying? Because I care about people, and what have I done? And okay, and so I'm looking at my impact that will live on past me.
Yeah.
Like, so the words that you're talking about, that's gonna live past you. Like, do you know what I mean? The things that we do in this like years that we have is gonna live past us. So let's keep doing what we do, knowing
That's it.
That's making me emotional.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
honestly,
You just reminded me of. Remember that song that Sammy wrote? You are the only one for me.
Yeah,
no one is better for me than you. You are the only one for me. So so be exalted and lifted high. You just sang it one day, and bro, I remember. Like a few years later, or maybe 2 or 3, we're just singing in church, and someone just sang that song. I said, "The guy is on the other side of the world right now, and like that little thing that he just did, he's just like
it's left behind, bro.
And it's allowing another person to connect.
And like I feel like when you go through like a near death sort of experience, it's like you sit here and like it was so weird, and I felt like, you know what. Yes, I was saved, but I was like, God did do it because I'm a good person. Like, I'm not done yet. The things that you do in this world, like one of the craziest things that I did last year, I know a lot of people, I remember when I posted it up on my Instagram, people thought I was crazy. So when I was coming off the motorway into work, I saw this black man legit walking on a dual carriageway. Like, people are driving 80 kilometers an hour. I stopped my car a few like feet in front of him, and I look back and I'm like, what is this crazy man doing? And he says he just moved to Ireland from Nigeria. He had a job interview. He came out with €50, but he took a taxi up to the job interview and wouldn't have had enough to get his train back home and a taxi. So he was walking. I sat here thinking, it says this man psychotic. I was like, this is not Nigeria. Like you can't be like
do that.
walking.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So bear this in mind. Like I have meeting and everything. I just think to myself, I said, you know what the Christian thing is to do. So I get this man in my car. I drive him all the way to the train station, which is past my workplace. I pay for his train ticket, tell him to keep his change, and I say, go on your way. He didn't even have a phone. This man wrote my phone number down to say thank you. I left there and I was like, something that minuscule to me
Yeah, bro.
meant so much
much
You
to
literally
someone
changed
else.
the course of his day.
Yeah.
He
100%.
messages me all the time out of nowhere. Like he was like, let me know when it's your birthday. And I didn't do it for anything back.
Yeah, for
But
sure,
I could just feel the love that he
man.
felt from what I did. Just that one little tiny act of kindness. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's the biggest reward. It's the
I
biggest
know.
reward, yeah.
I was like, God kept me around to keep doing shit like this, to
Yeah, for
continue
sure.
being the person that I am.
Yeah. You know the catering thing that they do there, bro. They just threw me in randomly on Friday.
Oh yeah.
I went there and I saw like asylum seekers,
It's a horrible
the
place, bro.
Oh my God.
refugees.
It's a
and
horrible place.
I was like, oh my God. I literally saw them. I was like, and all it makes you first it makes you so grateful that thank God, like your situation. We complain about some stuff, man. I
We
get
really
it.
do. But people have it so
some
much
People
worse.
have it so, like, and you
And
want
they're
to
thankful.
They're thankful.
Yeah.
They're thankful. They come to you like, thank you for coming, and they're so grateful. I'm like, how are you happy?
People with nothing are grateful for everything they have.
Do you think the second you get something you want, it opens you up to the idea of more?
Yeah.
Do you get me? And now then you get stuck in that loop.
Yeah.
And then the society doesn't help, bro. Consumerism is a massive thing.
Massive thing, bro.
Massive thing.
Yeah.
Every single year you need to upgrade your phone and your laptop. And
Yeah.
If not, you're behind.
Yeah.
And someone's depressed because they don't have the new
Bro.
iPad.
The iPad, you don't
like
have the
once
new
you start to
thing.
break yourself away from that, you start seeing like, oh, what?
Those things are not important.
They don't matter.
Yeah.
They really don't matter.
Bro, the humanity has gone to a place where like it's a bit scary.
It's really, really scary.
Should I tell you the primary thing? It's distraction.
Yeah, man.
You're not. No one is actually thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's actually thinking.
Bro,
No one is thinking for themselves.
No.
Yeah, half of the decisions we make, they're made for us. We just,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like we
With
actually don't think
jobs,
for
with
ourselves.
work, because we need to survive,
Yeah, we
to
don't
eat,
think.
to live.
That's the problem.
Whew, God.
Anyway,
It's a
listen,
what a
man.
podcast. Thank you.
What an episode.
What a podcast,
What an episode. What an episode.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
Rate us on Spotify and
5
iTunes.
stars, nothing less.
5 stars. Do you know what? You know we said thank you very much. You know we've been telling people to rate us, and imagine someone's like, yeah, okay, I'll rate you then. I'll give you 1
5
star.
stars and nothing less,
Please rate
please.
us 5 stars, please.
5 stars. 29th of July.
Yeah.
The live
Be
show.
there.
Tickets are
It's
out
a
right
must.
now. Tickets will be in the link below. Joe, come.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm even talking to
I'm
this
telling you, as someone who's been there, come.
Yeah, just pull up. Just for a good night. Something different. And I promise you.
It'll be lit.
I promise you. We'll put on a good show for you.
My God. All right. Love.
Love.